And we are live once again with another episode of Icewindale, Rime and the Frostmaiden. When we last left these guys, they had returned back from the Temple of the Four Gods, learned a bit about the Gods of Fury themselves, cleared out the shrine, and absolutely looted the place of every gold piece from the treasure vault. You returned back to town, bought up a bunch of new gear, and said goodbye to a very loyal member of the team who says that they want to set out, catch up with some of the older people that they've helped, and see if they can figure out what their next step is for themselves. But you've got Faith back, and she's eternally grateful. But where you head next is up to you guys. You're sat currently around, I think, the table in the Northlook, that's the one. It's a cozy pub in Brinchender. There you go. But what needs doing first? You've got... Wait, there's the wrong one. What do you want to do first? You want to do some shopping, or do you have any...
So I'm assuming that all of our coats, umbrellas, spare bits of armour are all currently hanging off this frozen, petrified squire who's just sort of standing in the corner like an awesome coat stand. But at some point, Roland's going to be like, I do feel a little bit compelled to go and see if we can assist him with his condition. I seem to remember taking some bloody vows that I'd look after him. A bird has landed on his head and has started to shit on him, so I think I'll drag his sorry arse to the Temple of the Morning Lord, and you're welcome to come with me or remain here and enjoy your drinks.
Yeah, sure, why not? I would say this as like, maybe while he was going to the temple, we did all our shopping from last session, right? Because we bought a bunch of...
Yep.
I
No
have
problem.
no protests there.
Yes, and you were also introduced to a little orb known as Professor Scant, who seems to be an endless supply of knowledge about the Netherese Empire.
And he looks very tasty for some reason.
But Professor, I wonder if you wouldn't mind accompanying me. Your fine mind might just be what we need as we explore the different things we might be able to do to assist this young orc back into the land of the living and the moving.
Can I insight check if the orc is actually young in the frozen thing, or like, or is it a really old orc?
I think they were kind of middle-aged, right? I don't think they were that young, but young like, compared to Roland, certainly.
So basically like the oldest, with the exception of Roland. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did serve them quite extensively, but they do look probably about 40.
Good. Just making sure. Where is the squire, by the way? Where is the statue? Where did we leave it?
Buried under a big pile of coats. Hidden in plain sight. It's got the shadow dancer feet.
Yeah, people seem to assume he's just a coat hanger.
Yeah,
no, did you hang up a wasp nest off his what's-its? That's just not fair play, boy.
I'm gonna say this. If this turns out to be Roki's new character, this is gonna be amazing.
Oh, did not think of that.
Rip up your character sheet right now.
That would have been.
What else? What else is this thing going to be good for? It's just a frozen popsicle. This thing.
Well, we're going to see if we can do something about that, and I'm not going to drag him into the temple with a wasp nest hanging off his family jewels.
Fine. Snoop goes and retrieves it. Retrieves
Let's
it.
get going then.
Okay. You guys heading over to the House of the Morning Lord, which is situated on I think it's on the east side.
Oh, that's
Yep.
why I
Seems there's some other people giving over prayers. Some other people giving prayers to the Morning Lord here as well. Okay.
I don't see shit. Don't see shit.
Yeah, it's because. There you go.
Oh,
It's a lot of people.
quick stuff there. That
Oh, hey!
I know the
on
orc.
the-
So
you
Roki's
got
still
it.
there.
There's a
I know the
oh,
orc.
there's a Roki, there's a monkey. There's a lot of people.
Oh, there's
Hala's
a half
here.
orc.
That's not Ashanti.
It's another shanty.
It's
So,
gonna be
is that the cleric, Ola?
it's Hala.
Oh,
Mhm.
Hala. All right, yeah. There seems to be many other priests, clergymen, giving prayers to the Morning Lord here this morning. Copper Nubberknocker is around if you want to speak to him, or there's Mishan even. The
Mhm.
priestess seems to be lighting the flames of the brazier.
Oh, yeah, Misha is
And
in
you drag in
another
this thing.
temple.
All right, I'll approach. I'll prop him against a pillar, and I approach Mishan and blessings of the Morning Lord be upon you, aye, brethren.
Ah, yes. Welcome, welcome. May the flame warm your morning.
Thank you, thank you. Well, it's very funny you should say that. It's not my cockles that are needing warmed on this occasion. A squire indentured to me many moons ago has recently come upon some unfortunate circumstances and seems to be frozen in time, or has received Oral's kiss, unable to move. I've taken an oath and vows to ensure that he is kept well in my charge, and I could think of no better place to come and ask for aid than this fine temple.
Oh my, that is something we have seen before. The kidnappings, when Oral descended, the witnesses said that there was someone frozen in ice and whisked away. It seems to resemble that. Though, yes, we did not want to come between Oral and her quarry.
Well, I have no such hesitation when it comes to this young one. You see, they're my squire, and I have no option but to do all I can to restore them to good health. Now, I would suggest you don't touch the wasp nest or remove it. It's not very pretty under there. But if there's anything else you could do to assist them, I would be very, very grateful.
We can try. She turns to a page in her own prayer book and begins reciting a prayer that would hopefully push back the darkness. It seems to be a prayer about banishing shadows and lighting the way forward. And after she's finished, she attempts to cast a dispel magic. And to no avail. It seems as though the ice does not even melt a single drip. The frozen expression of the orc remains like a statue, and Mishan seems to sigh, and her shoulders kind of slump in defeat.
Yes. Brilliant move, but we've already analyzed that possibility.
Yes, that's
It
right,
seems
Stef.
there is
You
more
tell her.
divine magic at hand than trivial curses.
Yes, it does appear to be more than just a curse. Your friend here may well be petrified. In which case it would require a much more powerful spell, a greater restoration. Unfortunately, we do not have the diamonds here readily available for such a spell.
I see. And do you know where such things might be available? Does any vendors or jewelers or miners from the mountains?
Possibly. Either the dwarves or Tourmaline, they would likely have jewels, gemstones.
Oh, the dwarfs are a good bet.
Okay.
They owe us a favor or two.
Well, I think then they will be who I speak to next if we can do that. But tell me, in the meantime, is it okay if he was to remain here? He makes a very good coat stand.
Certainly, he can be in one of the side rooms, but I hope an object like this wouldn't melt. I don't think it. I doubt if my magic can't thaw them out, then I doubt the flames of nearby brazier will do anything.
Oh, if it would melt, you would be doing us a favor.
Well, yes, that would.
Unthawing something like this might not work unless the magic is present. But anyway, yes, there's another problem I should mention. One of our clergymen may well have been able to cast such a powerful spell in the past. Unfortunately, ever since this endless winter, a lot of us have not made it through the harsh days and months. I'm all that's left, really, of this once grand church. An archpriest was able to cast this spell, but I am not.
Well, do you know any archpriests, Roland? Any old friends?
Well, casting my mind back, I must confess my mind's not quite what it used to be. Nobody's springing to mind, Stef, sorry.
I can do my best to study the rites and passages needed for such a spell, but I'm not going to promise that I am able to do this, even if you brought the diamonds to me.
Well, we'll do what we can. Look for the diamonds in the meantime, and then we'll see what happens next.
Yes. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Thank you.
For now, your squire is safe here.
That is most appreciated, and we will return soon when we secure the diamonds. And we thank you for your hospitality, and do let me know if there's any expenses to be paid. And in fact, I believe I'm due to make some kind of tithe to the temple, so allow me just to make a small donation at this time.
Of course. She pulls out a small little box, barely enough to hold, a few coins. And then you just dump 20 gold.
Yeah.
Basically fill it. And she's, oh, my goodness. We only require a small percentage, not your life savings.
The Morning Lord has blessed us with wealth to continue their work, so the least I can do is share a small amount of it with you and for all that you can do here.
Thank you. Yes, we'll put this to good use. Thank you again. Please come back anytime, and you're always welcome here. Free room and board, of course.
Thank you. Well, shall we?
Up to the mountains. We go to Excelsior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we
All right.
Does anybody in the party want to do any preparations before we embark? It's quite a long way. Any suggestions?
Can I increase the amount of skating tools I can get?
I think well, here there's maybe a couple of extra tools. I can't remember the last time we failed a survival check, but if you would like to go even further beyond, there is some things you can get. I'll bring up the old
currently
Harvester's
have a
Handbook.
blubber pike and a mincing knife, and there were a lot of tools last time.
So if you hop around store to store and ask what you can purchase, you'll find. So look. Yep, you got. There's a stirring pole, a skimmer, baler, fire pike, head spade, cutting spade, bone spade.
What is a bone spade?
Boarding knife. A bone spade? It's kind of like almost like imagine a screwdriver, but like this with this kind of a sharp, flat knife
for
edge on the back.
marrow out of a bone, I think.
Yeah.
30 gold, and that will
30?
again increase your. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's quite expensive, but that'll increase your survival again by like another +2.
Wait, a +2? The other
Well,
two
it
are
lowers the
+1.
DC. Yeah, well, this one's more expensive.
Wow.
The last one was only like 10 gold, right? And I think what did you have? Blubber
the
pike,
blubber
right?
pike and a mincing knife.
That was
Those
10.
were something
10
like
and 10.
silver. Oh.
I think they were more than they. Well, they might have got. You might have got a fucking discount on those one.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying here in front of me, they're saying 10 gold each. But this one's 30. Will basically increase your check by another 2.
So what was the bone spade?
Yes, bone spade.
Oh yeah, those were 10 gold earlier. 30 gold, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I will get that.
And I'll just drop in.
Oh, I just made it.
Okay. Yeah, like there's an image of it in the Discord.
What was the +2 to harvesting?
Yes. Cool.
And excuse me, I've just added some smith's tools, if that's okay, and taken the 20 gold off.
No sweat. Yep. Sounds good.
Go.
How are we on? What's the wording? Feed for the X-Peaks.
Well, I bought a lot at one point. I'm not
well, that's been
sure where
days
it is.
and days.
Clients on the X-Peak, actually.
Your X-Peaks were stabled in Brynshanda, so you can head back over to there, pick them up. I'd say if you knocked off 2 gold each, you'd have enough for like another 10 days worth easily.
I'll just knock off 2 gold. I don't want to do
2 gold. Sure.
I I had actually, I remember being lent Colonel Sanders in the hope that I would be able to return them one day, so I would not be taking Colonel Sanders back.
Okay, no problem.
Can't actually remember where it was from though. I think it was some
either East Haven or Brynshanda. It would be one of the two.
I believe it's East Haven where we got the first X-Peak. No, wait, we got X-Peaks
Yeah.
from even further north. Was Karkunik?
Yeah, possibly there.
Could be, but I'm going to assume that some trader can see them back safely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you very much.
I mean, they were stabled even before your adventure, so it's likely they eventually worked their way back.
And then the last thing I was thinking is I probably should get some warm clothing for my mount. If that's okay.
Yep. Yeah, you can grab a bunch of cold weather clothing. Though, being a wolf, kind of already got the fur lining side covered.
So what would it be?
But you could get like a blubber insulation. That'd be something you can get.
Do mounts also need to make cold checks? Frost saves?
Not the ones that are like native to Icewindale.
Okay.
So how much would the blubber be?
Well, you've not got some yourself, have you?
Don't think so.
No, you've been going pretty
Commando.
yeah, commando. Yeah, I would say something like that. So blubber is. Damn it! You don't have it on your sheet either, Tracker.
Wait. Blubber?
Someone's
Why would I
gonna have
need
it.
blubber? I got fur lining. That's the best I go. That's the best I can justify.
None of you have it.
Blubber is so
No wonder you
fucking
need
expensive.
died out there in. No wonder you need died out there in Iceland in the island of Solstice. None of you've got blubber.
What?
The one time I filled my frost save was when I didn't even have access to my. Sorry, no. The one time Tracker didn't make his frost save is when someone else rolled for them.
But you're over it.
Okay, well. Blubber is 50 gold.
I can buy
25.
more shit for the frost save. How much is blubber?
Good luck carrying it though. It is 25 pounds worth of blubber, and it is 50 gold.
Wait. 25 pounds of blubber. Well, I already have like kind of a bag of holding, kinda. Don't have to carry a lot of shit.
Wait, you'll need to wear this.
I mean, can I actually wear blubber? Does that do something for me, or is it like a meme that I don't know?
Gives you another +5 to your cold weather protection.
Does it have any downsides other than being heavy?
It's heavy.
Yeah, that's it.
And 50 gold is it? Yeah, give me some blubber.
Yeah, I would take that for Sir Roland and for the mount Whitebeard Fang Pawjaw to use his.
You said 50, right? 21. There we go. Get some blubber.
Okay, cool.
Never getting frostbitten
again. All right, so that's sorted. And yeah, Fang Pawjaw, if you want to get it for them, I'll say it's 50 for them as well.
All right, thanks. I've taken both of them off, so deleted 100.
Okay, cool. All right, that's sorted.
Who is holding the tent? We should have an insulated shelter. We bought it before we went to the Island of Solstice.
I assume you have it?
I thought I had it, but I don't see it on my character sheet.
I remember you buying the thing. Maybe we never added it to the sheet. We can't just say it was always inside of the bag of holding. Like not.
Would you remember if it was on Rogi sheet?
What were we looking for, sorry?
The insulated
tent?
shelter.
Shelter?
I don't think I have anything like that, no.
I think you just forgot to add it to the sheet, and that's all.
I guess. Then I'll add it.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
Because I remember you saying that you want to buy it
Mm-hmm.
and that you spent money on it. So.
Yeah.
As a group, we did.
I should have one.
So
I forget how heavy it
Wait.
is.
It was very heavy.
Yeah. That's probably why it was in the... if it's in the bag of holding, I'll just set it at 0 weight for now.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can I,
'Cause-
for the items that I want inside the bag, can I just set them all to 0? That I don't need to be available fast, like my bad roll and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will go through that one by one later.
Okay. So that out the way.
Just
You
the very
guys
last
are
thing.
rested. You've yeah.
Sorry, just the very last thing. Does Faith need a shield or a chain shirt? And if not, I'll sell them both for half their gold value.
Faith need a change shirt. Let me check something.
By the way, where is the blubber? I don't see it on my person, Senrith. Oh, there, blubber installation. I need to equip it as well? Or no?
Mm,
To have it.
yeah, no, it's fine. All right, so she
Not the tent, it's the shelter.
yeah, that is the shelter, isn't it?
You added the tent.
Okay, just rename it to shelter.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
So
guys,
Faith can wear heavy armor if you'd like her to take the change shirt. She will happily accept it.
I have it on me currently. We can give it to her or we just sell it. It's up to the party. I don't care.
If it
It'll give her an extra 3 AC.
Yeah,
then give it to her.
get that to her. Right, okay, I'll delete that. And there's a shield if she wants that as well.
She will take the shield as well.
And I shall delete it from
He's gone from 12 AC to 17.
I will delete the mithril chain off my sheet then.
Sorry,
Hold on,
sorry,
Stef,
Steph, the mithril one we can sell. I had a normal chain.
Oh! Oh, fuck. Can you undelete my mithril chain?
Sorry, that wasn't clear, buddy.
You'll just have to drag it back on.
Yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry.
So that's the
can
last
do-
thing is to
yeah.
sell that mithril chain.
We
Okay,
sell,
you wanna
we
sell it
keep
here
that
in
for when
Brinchanda?
we go to the dwarves. Mithril chain mail. There we go.
All right.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
We don't need to do that right now.
No.
Y-
Great, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, you probably won't get like more for it at the dwarves, but if you want to save it for then anyway, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that's where you'll want to spend gold anyway.
Yeah.
Edit item weight 0 because it's in the note. Also, I don't know how accurate the price is, but it's almost 900 gold. So if we get like half of that, it's still a lot of money for everybody in the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, be 450. Then, yeah, there was one last thing. You asked previously if there was any magical item shops here in Icewindale.
We already entered that in the last sessions, and if that's where I bought the spell scrolls and stuff, I think.
Right.
So that's already done. We did that last
Mhm.
session. Unless somebody else wants.
I believe there was an item shop in East Haven where I
Yeah,
dropped some belts.
that's what I was going to mention. Is there is a natural? There's a scroll shop. That's not the magic item shop I'm on about though. You just bought scrolls there. This is an actual magic item shop, and it's in East Haven. If you wanted to head by there, you can. There are the most obvious things like potions and such, but let's have a look, see what actually is for sale. So I almost certainly remember there being like goggles of night or something, which is like something you could really benefit from
Yeah.
for Roland.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they have those.
Yeah, there
Also,
is goggles of night. Yeah.
It's the shop where we got the ruby shovel from.
That's right.
Yep.
So it was East Haven.
Yep.
How much are the goggles?
Goggles are
Cheap.
expensive.
They are very.
They're like 200 gold pieces, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, right. No, they're a bit more than that.
Are they more? Oh, never
Open
mind.
Like 1,500, if what I'm looking at is right.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Let me find it for you. Because goggles of night are 1,500 gold. Yep, they are.
Okay.
You're right. That's exactly what they are. So I mean, it is useful, powerful magic to have like dark vision on a class that or race that wouldn't normally have it.
Yeah. Steph, did you say that you had taken light for now? I mean, I don't mind saving up my money to get that. Now that I've got the steed armored.
I think we had some discussions about that the other day, and the outcome was that Faith has light.
Oh yeah, that was it.
I think I can wait. Let me open my character sheet.
She
I
doesn't. She what she has is just thermatology, and she was lighting a torch during the blizzard.
Yeah.
So right now, I changed a lot about like my cantrip setup. I have Gust, Minor Illusion, Create, Bonfire, and Booming Blade.
Okay.
I can switch out one of them, like Create Minor Illusion, for Light if we really want to. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, if you want to help the party out, that would definitely.
Yeah, I just took
assist
the
when
minor
you just.
illusions as a thing, but with the light cantrip specifically, right? I can touch, for example, your shield, Roland, and it will just glow for an hour.
Awesome.
So
Yep.
I will unprepare my minor illusion,
Thank you.
and let's go to the importer. I have no idea how to do it outside of the importer.
Just hold down control, press space, and then drag light onto your spell sheet.
I cannot drag. I told you this a million times. I cannot just drag it. I need to.
You can. You just have to not be popped out. So close the window, open it in your window on Foundry.
Yeah.
Drag it in, and then pop it out. So you gotta just type in light.
No, I can't
find it.
If I click on any of the items in that list and drag,
Don't click it.
I'm happy to stream it for you, but it doesn't work for me, Senrith. I'll do it via the importer. It's fine.
No, I'll do it. Just... Light, revised, bam, done.
Let there be lights.
Why is that blue?
Listen.
Why are mine blue and
It's not.
that one is?
It's not blue. All right. So
anyway,
let's move on to the crash site then. Unless you want to get the goggles, but that's like it's a lot of money. I totally get it.
Yeah, maybe if I can raise that money
Later on.
Yeah, but I think that's for down the line probably.
Okay, later. Nice.
Wait,
okay then, off to Icewindale. The map.
Father, help.
Father, help.
Who was it?
It's been a long time. Your urgent message has been on repeat. Feels like this headache has not gone away for so long, and now it's slowly dissipating the further and closer you get towards this location. the more it feels like this is right. This is exactly what you need to be doing. You're focused and honed in on your target. And I'm just going to check the old weather report. See what's going on today. It is a beautiful sunny. No, it's a light snow. So yeah, it's really not an issue that far south. Though I will say it's during the day. This is right. You've had a little few hours shopping, and then you've set out. So it's like still morning, right? Okay, cool. Along the way, you do spot a couple of other goblins. They seem to be hauling luggage for some reason. Oh, yep, Stef, you wanted to ask something?
I'm just saying I have to emergency toilet.
Oh, okay. No problem.
In case you wanna, in case something important happens, I have to go. Sorry.
Run.
Wait, these goblins, are they coming from any town direction?
Yeah, they're kind of coming from the west and heading towards the east. And they're like hauling they got like a bunch of wolves and they're pulling like sleds. And you can see timber and tents and packed up bedrolls. They all seem to be heading that in the easterly direction as you're like on the 10 trail. They seem to be crossing the 10 trail.
So they're coming from the wilderness and they're going towards the towns.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Me, I'm an army of goblins.
Yeah. How many?
They're not necessarily an army. There's only a few of them. It's probably about 5 goblins and about 6 wolves. Not an army by any stretch.
Are we gonna ignore them? Are we gonna make sure they're not gonna do any mischief?
Yeah, I'm gonna saddle up and just taking
Yep.
keeping a bit of space, just get into their kind of line of direction and just prowl about in front of them. And then as they get within shouting distance, I'll say, "Can I ask you to halt and may we speak a moment?" Making sure I get my spear in one hand, shield in the next.
Yeah, they're a little caught off guard as suddenly this massive wolf rears around in front of them. And they kind of hold up their hands. They do have a couple of spears and crude weapons on them, but they don't have them like suddenly drawn at you. They kind of hold themselves at your mercy and then say in common, "Oh, no, we no fight. Just trying to get to civilization."
We're glad to hear it, but we've had some trouble with goblins recently, and we need to make sure that you're not part of their mischief. Where are you coming from, and where are you heading?
Oh, we heading to Dugan's Hall. We hear goblins are being allowed a place of residence. I think that's what you call it.
Can we
We come from the mountains. Yeah, you can. You can roll an insight.
Cool.
I have something to say to that, Senrith. I think you're confusing us with the other campaign because in Dugan's Hall nothing happened with goblins.
No.
We did offer them a location. We did offer it.
But we killed them all.
We killed them, that's true. But we've been gone for like a 10 day.
Fear not. So you look at them, they seem to be telling the truth. They seem to be absolutely telling the truth. They are not really much of a fighter. They seem to be holding what looks to be homely like things. They're not out here to survive in the wilderness. It looks like they're actually moving house. And you can see bunches of like firewood, you can see tanning racks, stuff of that kind of ilk. Like TPs. Not obviously set up, but like the stuff for it. And they say, it's true, it's true. It's a new I guess law or decree that's been made from Brinchander. The called the Icewind Trekkers. They're saying goblins are allowed to go to Dugan's Hall and so long as they're not raiding any caravans, we can stay there and help the 10-towners.
You wouldn't be lying now, would you? My steed here, wolf beard fang paw jaw, can smell a lie on a goblin's tongue, you know. If there's anything you're hiding, now would be the time to say it.
No, not hiding. If anything, we can show you just goat's pelts and a couple of rations.
Okay.
And you can see what your mount sniffing around, kind of trying to tell if there's anything, and they kind of telepathically tell you. It's just as they say. I don't smell any blood on their hands.
Thank you. Well, we apologize for interrupting your journey. It's cold, and I expect you want to get on your way. And thank you for allowing us to have your attention and your time.
Thank you. Quick, let's get to shelter. And they start heading off back towards that little location, Dugan's Hall. Okay. Then, when you get to here, there is this big river that runs all the way, almost around the entire spine of the world, and indeed up it. And you feel that direction, as of right now, sort of making you want to like head in that direction. But you are going to need to cross this river. And it's quite a few feet wide. I'm talking like probably 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet wide?
Yep.
Isn't it frozen?
It is. You can cross it on foot. But you are all on axe beaks as of right now, yes?
Not me.
Except you. You're all on mounts. As soon as you guys start to head out onto the ice, you feel it crack and you see spider webbing split between tiny fissures in the ice, and you can hear it giving way to all the weight that you have.
All right, back up.
Say tracker.
Yeah, you back up enough onto the bank.
Tracker or faith. Maybe one of your blessing things might be of help here.
A blessing?
Yeah.
You want me to freeze the...
like a ways to use it on the river.
I could try, but
I mean,
how big is it? Kind of cold. It's only going to be like a few feet, right? Yeah, it's 60 feet of 1,000.
Tracker, you're probably most aware of the terrain around these parts, more so than me, certainly. And when you look at this river, do you see anything, a safe way to cross it that you know of? If we spread out, take our time, or should we look for a bridge? Or
I see the tendrils crossing the river, which means there should be a bridge here.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It probably would be. All right. You gonna make a break for the bridge?
But we do
Instead.
need to cross the river at another area.
Yeah, here. But maybe there is like a thinner area here where it's like a bit more narrow.
But how fragile is the ice? Can it still hold the weight of one person or one mount?
It does seem to hold the weight of one mount. Yeah, if you hop onto the ice, it does seem to be stable enough. It's unstable when you have all 4 or 5 of you on there.
Yeah, so if we cross a smaller section one by one person at the ice, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
You could, but it's 1,000 feet wide. I don't think there is any kind of smaller sections, but you could probably go towards the bridge if you really wanted. Doesn't make sense.
While the party is discussing this, I will ritual cast my Tensor's floating disc, if I may.
Yes.
Nice.
You can use that to ferry some
Yeah.
people across. That makes
I
total
can
sense.
put, like mounts on there and drag them across, and they will be weightless effectively.
Nice.
Yeah. Totally with you. Okay, so it's going to take 10 minutes. You're waiting around in the snow for a bit. And what's everyone else doing during this 10 minutes? Just on the lookout, keeping your eyes peeled.
I'm adventuring. I'm kidding.
Can I just scroll over the ice, see whatever I can bring across, and then back and forth?
Crawl across it?
Yeah.
Like,
as in, if
just
you're
on your hands and feet?
Yeah, hands, feet, torso to spread out weights.
Just the weight. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, you can do that. I guess, and because you're going around on the ice, you can give me. You can give me a perception check.
Perception check. Is that a 14?
Okay. It looks as though you're not the only one to think of going on all fours. There seems to be a set of tracks, large paws, much like yourself. In fact, there is some sort of quadrupedal animal. Yeah, maybe feline, could be a crag cat, but could also be like a snow leopard or something, or a lynx.
Those are way smaller.
It's true, yeah. This one looks large.
If it's my size, it'd be either what's her name from the tiger tribe, saber tiger, or a crag cat.
Yeah,
those are about equal in size.
But
or it could be a Yeti.
It strikes you as odd. You could give me a survival check because there's something odd about these tracks. Don't quite add up.
16?
Yeah, they seem to be kind of moving forwards, and then they kind of go around in a circle and back on themselves, and then they sort of veer right and then veer left, kind of zigzagging, and it's just like almost as if this animal is confused or bewildered. It's like they're lost, but there's no sense to any of their direction. They're kind of just meandering around.
On the ice?
Yeah, on the ice. And in fact, you see it kind of trail up towards where your group is. And off like an angle, not like a direct beeline, but like they've clearly kind of gone off at an angle, and there's some nearby tree line as well where you've kind of hold up on the bank, and it's just a small dotted forest in that direction.
I'm going
It's going towards where we are, or rather our direction.
Yeah, it's like they've
That
been
is
around this area quite a lot. Like
worrisome.
their foot traffic's all over the place.
these tracks can Roland see them as well, or is it because Tracker?
Yeah, if Tracker's pointing it out.
Right. First of all, I'll ask Whitebeard to have a sniff at them and see if there's anything that they can tell us.
Yep. Okay, that'd be. Maybe perception check as well then. See what they get.
Big sniff.
How do I do that on a mount?
So you just roll wisdom, which is normally the associated stat with it.
Yeah.
Though, I'm gonna say you can have advantage on this. I know typically your mount doesn't, but wolves definitely have keen sense of smell. So
Not this one.
that didn't help much, did it? 9.
Got a cold.
It's
So
cold.
Bang Cordial was like, "There's something. I can't pin it. It's weird. It's like they're an animal, but I don't know. There's a whole mix of smells. Ugh." And it kind of snorts and says, "Something I don't like as well." Phew. Sort of shakes his head. I can't figure out what that is, but it's blocking my senses.
The tracks seem to go this way and that way. I wonder if whatever it is lost something under the ice, is searching, or is there any digging? Or
There's not digging. No, it's more like just meandering around, and then you can see it kind of starting to drag their way towards the forest, like this small little copse of trees, right? It looks like the only shelter from the snow in this area, just on this side of the river. But other than that, no, it doesn't look like they're looking for something. You don't see any dug holes of the sort.
Might I? I have a suspicion.
You want to ask something? Yeah.
Sounds like
Go on, Steph.
Sounds like there might be some druidic magic in play. Is detect magic able to point out like a wild-shaped druid?
Not a wild shape. Well, actually, good question. If wild shaped magic or not.
Yeah.
But right now you're casting a spell already, right?
I'm
So
still casting my ritual spell. Okay.
yeah, this is during the 10 minutes. Druid. Let me check something. Old wild shape. If it says magic in the feature, then yeah, it would. But I'll double check. Doesn't say it does.
Okay.
No, I don't think it does.
I'll
Magic
take
would
you
not
actually
normally
looking it
pick up
up
a wild shape.
Okay, I'll take your
Yeah.
I'll take you actually looking it up as an inkling that I'm onto something.
Well, I was just curious because you were like, would it pick up a wild shape? Technically, no, it wouldn't. Anyway, it's up to you what you want to do here, but they say there's some kind of, I don't know, like something odd about this smell. I can't pinpoint. It doesn't smell quite like what I expected. Normally, these cats, they have a scent about them. This is something else.
so I would say to the rest, Wolfbeard I can't detect anything definite other than that there's something not right. I don't know if this is something we have time to investigate or if we should just press on, but so long as these tracks that don't represent danger to us in this crossing, I'd be of a mind just to leave it.
The pattern is weird, but not suspiciously so. We can afford to ignore it for now.
Okay, agreed.
All right. Okay. In that case, then, for now, you will.
The tracks are
complete
definitely
the-
feline in nature.
They are, yeah. They're
Okay.
just in these trees here. If you were to, which is like you're on the 10 trail, right? And there's like a little set of trees right here. That's where they are. They kind of meander around, kind of zigzag a little bit before perhaps stumbling. It looks like their feet kind of drag towards the tree line and end up in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a forest. It's more like just
right,
a
okay.
copse.
It's a lot closer. Okay, well, we
It's-
should just go and have a quick look then. I thought it was the other side of the water. So okay.
No. It's come from there though. Like
Okay.
you can see that's where the tracks originated from. They've crossed over and they've ended up somewhere here, right where you're just off the trail.
Right, I misunderstood the placing. Well, okay, so I'll dismount, and if no one has any objections, I'll ask Wolfbeard to go and have a quick look and a quick sniff follow that train.
Okay. Yeah. There's a brief moment where you're waiting. At this point, your spell's just about finished. And then you hear probably a loud growl from the forest. And you see Whitebeard, fang-pawed jaws kind of hackles rise up. And they assume like a stance is almost as if ready to pounce. And they're letting out like a short bark at something in just underneath the tree line there, as they seem to have found something pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'll bring them back, and then we'll go and investigate, presumably.
Mm-hmm. You actually, as you're approaching, you mount back up. Just as you're approaching, you do see the white fur of an incredibly large crag cat just peeking behind one of the trunks, and it takes one paw forward and then another, and it sees the whole group, and it kind of seems to almost like discern you with its eyes. Its eyes seem to like be able to like look you over. It's almost like there's an intelligence behind them, but it's clearly a predator of the Icewindale's tundra. But you slightly see it stagger as well, just a little bit, as it starts to come out of the tree line. This, what would be a more fearsome encounter, kind of gives way to a little bit of confusion, as it kind of almost stumbles a little bit, almost like drunkenly, before it shakes its head, it gathers itself, and then blinks, and then looks again back to the group.
Wait. Is there some sort of effect on it?
It's a drunken crate cat.
Is it drunk?
That's the best description for it. It's sort of stumbling around.
Looks like Snort. There's gonna be easy breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm easy breakfast, or this thing is easy breakfast?
Oh, this thing is easy breakfast.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm getting ready. I'm pulling it back, and fire. No one stopped me, so I mean, okay. This slingshot whacks the crag cat upside the head, and you see it just dizzyingly, its eyes roll back into his head, and it just boom, collapses onto the floor, and behind like just a snowbank, just poof. It doesn't look like it knocked them out fully, but they were already a bit shaky on their legs.
Oh, doesn't
Yeah,
this?
right between the eyes. Damn, that's easy. Okay. Snob
This
starts to
one
head
might
over there, pulling
be.
out a knife.
Oh.
I'm going to shout, Snot, back, don't get close to it. We don't know what the hell this is.
It might be ill.
Well, yes, it could be tainted meat.
Oh no. It's
Wait,
diseased.
what's it doing so close to us, the 10 towns? Do they track it? Would these beasts normally come so close? Should we be chasing it off away from the 10 trails?
Well, this isn't very close to the 10th town. It's close to the trail. But these parts of the mountains, they live there.
I think one of our very first encounters was a crack cat. Back when Roki and me were still traveling together.
Yeah, that was at the Calvin's Cairn. And these cats, they... Oh, wait. No, never mind. You got another encounter as well.
I don't know. I feel like we're.
Yeah, these cats, they live in the wilderness. But normally they are way more
hostile,
sneaky, hostile, and clear-headed.
Wolfbeard says there's something strange about its scent. It's possibly not what it seems to be, and this has piqued my interest, and I'm more than a little concerned now that maybe it's
doesn't smell like a crack cat.
Yes, but perhaps some kind of an illusion or shapeshifter. Or, so Tracker, you're sort of related to these things, aren't you? Why don't you talk to it?
Wow. I would take that track.
I have an idea. Have I finished casting my stuff?
Yeah, you have.
I would maybe like to.
Faith is loading up stuff onto the disc.
We are pretty close to the crash site, right? I would like to pull out my psychic crystal and do the light emanation thing and see if there's any reaction to it.
You're getting up close to see like if it's reacting to the light. Like, are you like shining it in their face, sort of thing?
I'm not that close, It's like it's flopped over on the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's kind of fell down behind a snowbank, so in order to kind of see it clearly, you need to get up to the top, and that's probably when you're about
that close. Do I notice anything about the thing, like any injuries?
Injuries? No. Well, aside from one, which is clearly a heavy hit to the head from a slingshot.
Yeah.
Wait.
And you do start to see something odd, Stef, actually. You're looking at it, and as you're shining the light, trying to get a good, clear image, you do see the whiskers retracting. You see the fur kind of ruffling and changing color.
I knew it.
It starts to form into leathers, and the face as well rearranges into a thinner jawline and masculine looking humanoid features. And this fella here is laying on the snow, kind of with a bit of an injury, like a bruise on their head from the slingshot.
Yeah. I had a creeping suspicion that it was something like that. I don't know if it was obvious.
So here we have a very rugged-looking man wearing some white fur, shoulder-length brown hair, He looks a bit gruff. He's got leather straps keep it hold. You can see his blue shirt underneath, but it could easily be covered up. As he looks at you guys, clearly a little bit drunk. The ruggedness is immediately ruined by a childlike expression. He's just like, oh my god, you guys! The fortune's fools. I've heard so many stories.
Is it still on the floor?
Yes.
You tell me. It's
You're
still the
mistaken by.
I'm gonna
What you
poke him with my
mistaken?
foot. I'm gonna poke
Faith says, I didn't know you guys had settled on a party name whilst I was away.
That's because we didn't.
I love it.
We did.
That's great.
What do you mean? Obviously, we are the problem solvers.
That name's been everywhere.
I thought we
You
were
do
called
things
the
you're not the guys
Crackers.
that killed the hag. Did something so incredibly stupid and it worked out, or walked into a cave with some was it a jelly monster or something? People call you
That's another
fortune fools
group.
everywhere. Oh, I
think
did met one guy though who had a very different name for you. There was this feline guy, schizophrenic. He called you the demon sent to torture him. Do you know him?
Oh yeah. I forgot his name, but we stabbed him a couple of times.
I tried to find you guys. You're so hard to find. There's stories, but I can never find where you were. I'll start to get up. Clearly not the most balanced. But I'm like, where are we?
Can I attempt to see if he smells like meat?
Meat.
Meat.
The first thing you do is you start sniffing him.
No, like the alcohol. If it smells like alcohol.
Oh, mead.
Oh, mead. Okay.
Thought you were gonna eat
Yeah, you tell me. You tell me. Dingo, is he
It's
smelling of
definitely alcohol, but it's
alcohol?
not mead.
Okay.
It's something strange.
Because I feel like if he knows the cat guy, he's coming from good meat. That's where the cat guy is.
It doesn't smell like meat. You kind of smell a mix of things, and I guess you can give me a perception check as well. 'cause-
Ask.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, right now I'm not asking. Right now we're still not trusting you. Okay, play along. We're not.
Who's Roki?
There is no Roki.
Who's Roki? Where is Roki?
Sorry, Dingo.
Go ahead, make perception though.
Yeah, I do.
I just realized when I hover over the art doesn't show like a full white
Not
coat.
very
I thought I would have. But oh well. Let's just ignore that.
Same thing. You're having trouble. Same as Fang Porjaw. There's something about it. It's like a weird mix, a whole kind of mixture of stuff. You're not sure what it is, but it's not mead.
Okay, but he clearly smells drunk. Well, I will.
Look at
Something.
me so
It's a
weird.
mix of something.
I will stretch out a hand and help him up, and
Mhm.
offer him a bandage. Sorry about Snort back there. He's a sharp shot. I assume he
It's
has a bandage on his
fine.
forehead or
Right in the middle of somewhere. I'm sure you guys
Aw.
have been through so much danger. You're the dragon. You're the cat. The beard. That's a big wolf.
Oh, the big fella doesn't like it if you call him a cat, by the way. Careful.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
I forget the
And
words
I
all
would
the
take
time.
offense
Sorry.
if someone called me a devil. It's a tabaxi. Faith. I'm Faith, by the way.
Tabaxi.
Hi.
Sorry. So many things are so new. Hi, Faith. Yes.
Do you want?
Do
Do you want me to tend to that injury? Oh,
No, I've been through
Doesn't
worse.
look
It
like
happens
it's
a
there.
lot. I'll be fine.
okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
seem like the kind of. You seem like-
What brings you here specifically?
Oh my god! So I've been beating people in a lot of places. It's been fun. I don't always get into trouble.
Fun.
So I met some guys in East Haven, and we wandered off, and they they had some other friends that said they were druids. I've been trying to meet druids for so long. You would not believe how hard it is to find druids here. They took me somewhere. It was like really cool. I don't know where it was, and I got to drink some like really cool stuff they had, and it was fun. And then things got strange. It's like I was looking through someone else's eyes. And then I'm here.
Wait, where
are we?
You're not a druid?
Druid? No, I wish I was a druid. I love druids. I'm pretty good with this thing though, and I just pull out just a really shitty longbow. Yeah, I got given this. Yeah, definitely.
Well, you just turned from a cat into a guy. I
mean, that's what happens here. Some guys turn into a cat.
Well, is that what happened to you, Tracker? Is it? I see.
But now, upon closer inspection, I probably clearly can see some metal bits on him. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. They call me Willow. Willow Snowshade. Definitely.
What's your name?
I've never heard your guys' actual names in passing. It's always just been the stories and the like a boulder rolling through, causing huge changes, and then it's gone.
Wait, no, the boulder was in the wilderness.
I meant metaphorical.
Well,
we did have a little boulder game with some Goliaths.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sure you did.
Is that our name? The boulder holders? I didn't know.
No, the Rolling Stones.
They call you the Fortune Fools. Have you not corrected anyone?
I thought we were the fans.
People describe you as very foolish, very fortunate. They don't know if you know what you're doing, or if you're just very fortunate.
A bit of both, but we do know what we're doing, or I know what we're doing.
I know what Tracker's doing too.
You still haven't told me where we are. Where are you guys going?
Well,
is it another cool adventure?
Well, we are going to well, that's the thing. We don't really know. We just know that this shiny rock that I have here calls us there.
I think our name does feel fitting after all. Yeah. That's what Faye was going to say.
I don't know where we are, how to get anywhere. I mean,
okay.
Can I tag along? You guys can take me back to the town when you're done.
Follow this path straight up north. It will bring you to Bring Shander.
I don't know. I'm not that good with directions. Just come on. I'd love to see you guys in action, and you can drop me off at the town when you're done.
I don't feel right leaving this guy in the state he is to navigate back. You know, if he was sober, maybe.
Well,
but in his current state, I'm not sure if he'd even make it back to 10 towns.
Well, to maybe put Tracker's mind at ease. Yeah, you have a bow there. Can you use that?
What?
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong are you?
Bow?
Yeah, he has a bow. He just said a longbow. That's what a
bow. Oh, I thought you said boulder.
A bow.
I've got a bow. I can hit things.
Okay, I will. Let's just do it like this. Well, you can tag along if you prove that you can defend yourself.
Oh, if it makes you feel better, I've got this, and I pull out what the fuck's it called? Like an ulu knife that has a very like enchanted looking symbol on the handle. Wait a second, let me double check. From like 4 directions, we just hear like lions roaring, and it's just a sound of like utter distraction and confusion.
wondering what an ulu knife is. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that.
That's what
I've got
Oh.
this, and then like I throw it out, and it lights up, and then it's just lights out everywhere. I was like, see, look, I could do that, and it could do more.
Yeah, he's very capable.
That was my first idea.
He's very capable at chopping onions, guys. I would still like to see your powers with the bow, and I would like. How about we do it like this, okay? Because Tracker, he doesn't want to carry around that weight, I guess. Can you hit a tree like 20 feet? What's that box?
Great. You know what? Yeah. Why not? What's the word? It's. I hope I don't break the arrow. I only have so many. Let's take a shot.
Is he hitting something?
What?
He's still a
I
bit
wasn't
drunk.
aiming at you guys.
He's still.
Wait. Missing, but.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's.
No,
Wait,
ignore
what?
that.
Mind
I
it.
shot
Mind
it-
your aim
shot it at
there.
a tree.
No.
Straight over Snorp's head.
Well, that's what you get, Snop, for smacking him in the head with your sling.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
Tracker.
he wants revenge.
See, Tracker, he can fend for himself. He can. It's probably fine.
His aim is a little shaky,
Yeah.
but it does make its mark. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I got these. Like
How did it hit Stef,
I
but
pull,
not me?
I pull
That's
out.
interesting.
I pull out a couple
Which
short
one's
swords. I just swing at something nearby just to try like break out a chunk of a tree. Just to be like, I've got these. You see me just cut through a tree.
Hey,
See?
Snort, you want to knock him out again?
Oh.
Yeah, careful where you're swinging those, all right? Just, jeez.
Well, clearly, you have no idea what you're using those for, and you're going to need some kind of instruction from your elders and your betters. Although I do presently have a retinue and squires, I would be prepared to take you on as a squire and give you some training with those things.
Okay, I like that.
I
You
didn't expect
seem
to
the
say
only
yes.
one over though. Like the other people seem to be. How about, you know what? Everyone likes food. Yeah, look what I can do.
I like
And
food.
I held out my hands. And I just filled them with a pile of gooseberries. Like, look, I can do this. Anyone want food?
Ah.
Eat anywhere.
Oh, we've already got
Uh,
someone who does that.
And you
Juniper.
see a little
But
Twig-
I
like,
but I made
uh,
10 of them in one go.
awakened
Test
tree.
them. Do you trust them?
Juniper seems to put their hands on their hips. And just say, "Wow," he's like trying to
Wow.
upstage me.
I immediately eat a few of them myself because I realized, I could, I got hit on the head.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
You know
yeah.
what, Eddie? There's 6 more. Who wants them?
No, thank you. I don't really know you yet. And do you know what? I need to know if you really are what you say you are, and if you're a threat to us. Have you been following us? Do you mean us harm?
I don't mean harm. Wait, why is there 2 of you?
You're drunk.
Never know.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah,
genuinely
you are
2.
drunk. you shake your head again, and the illusion wears off.
Well, before we continue,
No, I don't mean harm. You guys are cool. I wanted to meet you guys.
hold your horses for a second, young man. I believe introductions are still needed. You've never. What was your name? And you
Willow.
called me Dragon?
Snowshade.
Well, my name is Stef, the Great Wizard of Icewindale. This is Roland, the Witless, and that's Tracker. He's kind
Of
the-
Icewindale? I come to hear you guys weren't from here.
Well,
I
spend
am.
a lot of time here.
Did you show
No,
up, become the great? Wow.
I don't actually know where Roland is
We-
from. He's just kind of old.
Funnily enough, we're kind of back at where we started. This is the same trail we took when we came in.
And you
We ended
called
up heading
little
across the
kobold
Redwaters.
Snorp, didn't you? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
You got a good shot on you. That was.
How did you exactly do that?
Do what?
You were like a cat one moment and then a guy the next.
I told you I met these guys, these druid guys. I think they were druids. They let me drink something and then like things went weird, and then it was like I was looking through someone else's eyes, and then I was here, and my head hurt, and I felt like it was you.
Do you always just drink random stuff that people hand you?
I mean, if they're druids are cool. I like druids.
I like this guy.
Wish I could be a druid.
I like this guy. I like his mentality.
Cordial says that explains the strange smells.
Is that right? Why do you say that, my friend? Do it smell odd?
Well, they've got all kinds of herbs and remedies, haven't they? So likely they mix together some sort of, I don't know, voodoo magic for them. I don't
sure stands on the cold.
The cold?
And oral.
I don't know. Oral. Yeah, lots of people talk about oral. Things sound bad. I guess I didn't. Until recently, the cold wasn't really an issue, so. Not quite sure. Everyone seems to be struggling, though.
Well, yeah. Faith says that's what I was confused about.
We might be able to introduce you to someone who can help you.
Most people don't like the druids around here.
No? The ones I met seem nice.
And you mentioned having fun. Well, whilst I admit the adventures have been quite fantastical, there would be anything but fun. They've been quite death-defying, and there's been some hard choices along the way, but I guess
honestly,
a change of perspective probably helps.
I don't think I've come across a lot of danger myself. I tend to just wander in at the right time. Like, as I said, like I struggled to find you guys for a long time. It was just stories. I was like, I want to meet these people. Like, no, I don't hear stories about anyone else quite the same as you guys.
Wait, you haven't heard about the Icewind trackers? Those are famous.
Oh.
And crazy.
They didn't sound as interesting.
They thought it was a great idea to invite goblins into the towns.
Yes, the cold has clearly addled their minds, and yes, we should have a word with them one day, perhaps.
So you got Roland the Witty, Stef the Great Wizard, Storp, the one with the aim, and then the Tabaxi is
Tracker.
Cool. And say the small one's name.
Small one, Juniper.
Oh, the girl, the one that seems very kind.
Faith.
I mean, Juniper is very kind.
Juniper doesn't look like he would talk.
Juniper is a bit shy, but she talks sometimes.
They let a little rustle out, which is a greeting you know in Druidic. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, I guess there's a little rustle from them, right? Just a sort of a stretch of their branches, which you understand is kind of like a waving greeting, hello. And Willow, you see Willow respond to it. The shrubbery suddenly kind of tilts its head, and then looks over the good berries that you've summoned, and then kind of makes a squishing sound with one of their own good berries. And you understand that as well, to mean that
I've never talked to a. What is Juniper? I don't want to insult and say shrub. What?
Damn it.
But yeah. You see?
Oh my god!
There.
See, Juniper likes my berries.
Wow.
Well, you're
I've never talked to a whatever Juniper is before. This is cool.
Are you just shoving your berries into random people's faces all the time? That's very rude.
No, Juniper took one.
Yeah, they were kind of inspecting it. Oh, they say that to you, Tracker.
Yeah.
I don't think that's suspicious at all. So, what do we agree upon? You got to show me the cool adventure you guys are on, and drop me off. I don't think I can make it back a bit, and as I said, I'm not sure where we are.
I mean, you can follow us, but your adventure dies when your adventure ends if you die.
I'll stand at the back. You guys are, the fortune's fools. I'll be safe.
No.
I mean, there is no harm in him tagging along. He doesn't seem that dangerous. And I have this burning in my head that tells me whatever is giving me those migraines isn't gonna be happy if we turn around.
Yeah, I promise. As soon as we get back to one of the 10 towns, I'll leave you guys be. You just have to put up with me till then.
Well, you'll make a curious companion. Until then, we're glad to have you along, I think. So, but our priority just now is to help Stef with his problem. So, shall we continue?
And if it does anything weird to Juniper, didn't have something to eat in quite a while.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Okay.
one issue.
With the disc.
1, 2, 3 X-Beaks, 1 wolf. 4 people. 5 people now.
Can ride with you.
There's a disc.
There's a disc. The disc moves at my speed, so we can just kind of carry it along on the disc after we cross.
Yep. I think that's
ride
perfect.
I don't think I've seen any rules for double riding.
Snorp rides.
Snorp could
They
ride
have
on-
they have a mount already.
Yeah, the
Snorp has a goat.
Yeah.
Snorp has the goat, yeah.
They have Jimothy, the goat.
Whatever works. I think one thing I'd be pretty clear. Like if ever gets to the point where I'm like near the Whitebeard Fangpaw, I kind of like get a distance. Like I'm clearly terrified of wolves.
All right.
You're terrified of wolves.
You were like, no.
I think,
the strange smelling guy.
I was going to invite him to ride on your back with us. You're strong enough to bear both of us, aren't you?
Can I not take one of the birds or the disc? Sorry. I don't want to be...
Faith, would
What's the term?
Would you like to ride with I and Whitebeard Fangpaw Jaw?
Sure. Yeah, I don't have anything against Fangpaw Jaw.
Wonderful.
What is that smell? Still can't put my finger on it, Roland.
Can I roll for it as well?
Sure.
Perception or nature?
Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Be perception. I swear I've smelled it before.
16.
I'm not sure.
16?
16? There is, now that they're kind of closer and you've been interacting with them enough, you definitely smell a mix of herbs and perhaps rare ingredients that have been all kind of mixed together. That's probably their concoction that they swallowed. But you're also smelling the leathers they've got on. Smelling the big white fur cloak that they have. Smells like real animal fur.
Oh my.
Is it like a cricket fur or another white animal?
No.
Is it dire
Yeah,
wolf
another
fur?
white animal. But I'm not
Is it
going to
dire
say
wolf fur?
you don't know exactly what with a 16, but it definitely smells like a real white animal, yeah. But there's definitely like, a mix of weird ingredients on them.
I need to
Like,
clarify.
you know, when you woke up.
An animal as in a beast animal or a monstrosity animal?
Yeah. That's hard to tell with a 16, but definitely one of the two, for sure.
Which ones do Yeti classify as?
Oh,
You're becoming Yeti. Well, there's plenty of time to figure it out, you know. Got to figure it out, you just got to keep me around.
Okay. Well, with that, you begin to cross the river with the...
The mic's doing the thing.
We love those. All right, yeah, with that, you guys can cross the river. The floating disc carries most of you across if you're trying to distribute the weight. I imagine that's what you're doing the disc for, is right? Stick a load of stuff on it, less to carry. So, yeah, we'll make it across the river, all the way up. It seems as though it's at this point, Steph, you kind of feel like you're in the vicinity, but trying to pinpoint exactly where it is going to require some triangulation or something. How do you go about trying to detect where this crystal wants you to go?
Let me think about this. I mean, can I use my detect magic maybe? Because I assume we are looking for something magical to like...
30 feet range is going to let you down.
What?
30 feet range is going to let you down. This is more of a... You're somewhere in the mountains now. You're going to need to figure out, like, where in this mountain range. A detect magic is only going to give you a 30-foot range.
I see.
So basically,
if it's within 30 feet, you can see it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, different approach. Whenever I get away from it, I get a headache, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could use triangulation like that, move in different directions, see if I feel anything bad from the thing, right?
Okay, give me an investigation check then. This is definitely based in intelligence.
Yeah, you can investigate as well.
Can I assist them by pointing him towards specific directions that might be optimal with this area?
I think I'm good.
That is a success
mind.
for the 22. It is, yeah. So, but yeah, you can definitely try to like look over the lay of the land, though, Tracker, as you're trying to figure out where, because they keep mentioning something like crashing, and so obviously you're looking for broken trees. You're looking for like maybe one of the mountains has got a bit of snow drifted off it. But Steph seems to be kind of honing in with their own mind, and as they start to move away down the river, they feel like the headache is happening again. But the more they follow the river, feels like kind of eases. Feels like the memory and the pain shifts. Almost like it rotates. It's like your head's kind of becoming a compass. And the compass is pain whenever you're going further away. And not pain when you're tracking it. And so, following this river all the way up the mountain takes quite a few hours to get up here. From where you've left, yeah, up the difficult terrain. It's coming to probably later in the evening. Though I think I rolled like 9 hours of light snow, so it is still just a fairly decent weather to be traveling in. And let's see. Yeah, as you are trudging through the deeper snows here in the mountain valley, you start to see something as it gets darker and darker, which means anything that kind of even slightly faintly glows sticks out. And there is indeed something of a weird kind of pulsing glow in the distance. and it seems to betray the outline of some, well, monstrous or maybe stupendous looking thing. It's this roundish, ominous spiral shape, like that of a seashell or a conch, except spewing out of the front is these long cephalopod, slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that have tried and failed to bury its immense bulk in the snow. And we're looking at something like this.
Oh, wow, Willow. How about some mind flayers for your first adventure?
Oh, those the tentacle things.
Yes. But I have a feeling they'll leave you alone. They really like brains.
I'm smart? What do you mean?
Nothing.
Maybe I should invite along a friend before we start. And I would like crouch down and like I kind of like draw in the snow, just like a little symbol. But my token's not on the scene. I can't cast it.
I'm gonna drag you out now.
None of the tokens are on the scene yet.
Yeah.
Now we are.
What's that? Oh, Ricky's back. Oh, no, he's gone. Audio.
You're down in this corner here.
Aye.
Still mounted on your axe beaks. What the heck is that? Yeah, I didn't get a token ready for this, but
that's
fine.
Familiar.
Is it fine familiar?
Summon...
Yeah.
No, it's primordial
What would you
companion.
like?
What is primal
I
companion?
would like.
Oh, that.
Oh.
Like a ranger thing, but instead of summoning a normal one, I've got like a primordial one.
Okay.
Yes,
you do.
What's like a slightly larger than an owl?
A giant owl?
Yeah, maybe like a larger species of owl. That could be really cool.
An owl of
snow owls are huge, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're pretty big.
So it'll be just a snow owl, and on it, it'll be kind of like. I don't know how you describe it. So it'd be like a primordial, sort of like a regular owl, but it will have my symbol that I've just drawn on the floor encrusted on its back.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, sure. I can
it's
give you a
token large
for that.
Beast.
It's a large snowy owl.
Yeah. Friend.
It lets out a kind of a whoo. Deeper than that though, like whoo, because it's a larger one, and then just sets out its wings, kind of ruffles its feathers and looks around very cautiously.
I'm gonna fly on the rocks and fly down if there's any danger. And I have him just like literally just fly up here.
Fly over there. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, they can get up onto the rocks. They start surveying the area, and from their point of view, there's these large ballista that are like loaded onto these higher deckings, and there's a big section of the deck that's just been caved in, shattered, and it leads into the interior. We'll get rid of that. Right at the back, there seems to be some doorways, but they're like round and kind of fleshy looking. Best way to describe them are they are sphincters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I play Baldur's Gate. I know what you mean.
It's horrendous.
I know biology. I know what you mean.
So there you go. If anything sneaks up on us or appears out, you'll see an owl flying down to us. Or I'll stay at the back. You guys, I'll follow you from behind.
Just give me a perception check as well with the Beast of the Sky.
I just roll my perception then. Works.
Wow,
look at that.
Well, that's really high.
Fantastic.
What?
It spots something, and it seems to suddenly be alerted to danger, and it swoops back towards you and gestures in the direction of where this is. Up on these two rocks, these large formation of rocks here, they seem to have spotted something, and they're like ruffling their feathers as in a kind of a panic, and their eyes look sharp towards it.
Stick close by. Guys, rocks. Something. I don't know what. Danger.
Yeah.
Helping.
Oh, okay. We should be ready then, Faith says. And what about our
How
axe
high are those
beaks?
rocks?
They're about good 20 feet to the top.
I could get a couple of us up there. I do know jump.
Yeah, you too. Faith quickly just asked though, where should we put our axe beaks? Are we going to go in with them, or shall we keep them further back?
Perhaps keep them out of harm's way, and we can use them to make retreat if we need to by retreating back to this spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's safe for putting these axe beaks?
Perhaps behind this rock over here.
Isn't that where Al just said there was something dangerous?
Or was that? I thought that was up.
Yeah, that rock
is on top of this rock.
Oh yeah,
this rock is
was indeed.
dangerous.
Definitely not there.
Mhm.
That would be bloody stupid.
Yeah, that's where the owl is looking at directly, and seemingly like
Hey,
letting out quick screeches.
If one of you guys wants to go up there, I can
just
I
climb
know
up
like
there.
a spell that allows you to jump high quickly.
Or you
high
can
is
just do this and then climb.
Start climbing.
A bit behind.
Okay.
Draco, what
So I will
can
assume
see?
your axe beaks are
Yeah,
I left my
just
axe beak
on.
let's leave them here.
behind Roland. Yeah,
Okay.
for now this area.
Here they are. There's like.
Oh no!
So we have.
We should have 3.
Which ones?
Roland shouldn't be here anymore.
Okay.
Wait,
So there's that.
no,
These 3 then.
isn't Becky?
Iki is mine.
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
This is Becky.
There they are then. Yep.
Never
There's 3.
mind.
There's 3 axe beaks. I think. Anyway,
Yep.
Faith says one of them's mine. Okay, Track. You begin to climb up this mountain. It feels like a mountain anyway, just jutting out of the snow here, and your claws dig in neatly, and you can scale this with your climb speed. And when you get to the top, you are met with some sort of skittering noise on the other side. It sounds like it's climbing up. A dozen little legs like tapping against the rock, like.
It's not rocks.
It sounds like it's just on the other side of this rock.
Okay, I am currently stopping my movements, and I'm gonna use.
Hey, Stef, do you want to go up there with him?
Tremor sense.
Tremor sense, yeah. There are 2 larger creatures. You can feel them scuttling around on the other side of the rock. They're about to come up to the precipice and like look over it.
Well,
Yeah,
I want to get up there.
And just when you are about to warn the others, you can tell they also are able to climb this thing, no problem whatsoever. And as they emerge over the top, you see
what it is. Several large insectoid-like creatures, long antennas, feeling around here. You can smell kind of putrid flesh almost from their jaws, almost like they've been feeding on some sort of carcass. And they suddenly see you, and they let out this kind of like hissing sound, like almost like a cockroach, and they aggressively pounce towards you. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. Beast of the Sky will always go on your turn. Okay.
Yeah. But I get to use my bonus action to make him attack as opposed to use my action for that.
Okay. Snorp's like, no more bugs. Kill it.
Yeah. Can Snorp see them from here?
They've just crested to the top. So, yes.
Okay, so if he goes here, I assume that's gonna be a good shooting position, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was 30 in total. We're gonna shoot this thing at the thing. Wait, does Snorp have multi-attack now? When does he get multi-attack?
He does not have multi-attack.
Okay.
For God's sake, they're not supposed to be PCs. They're just...
He's just a stronger monster.
Yeah, he's gonna eventually be a stronger monster, right? That means he gets multi-attack.
He already is a stronger monster.
Well,
You guys don't need any extra, like, help. So Snorp gets a good shot with his little crossbow, or slingshot rather. Ponk lands off of its shell, and it just like it hisses again in an aggressive tone. Faith is up, and Tracker, this is actually in your hands as well. Faith is yours to command. Lets me concentrate on something else actually.
Okay. Oh no, Faith has so many stuff. But for now, there's the crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow is a good fallback. Though
wait.
She can choose to use either arrows. Yeah.
Yeah. This one. Wait, why is it twice?
why is it disadvantage?
Probably because
it should have been a crit.
It has a range in it.
But this is within 80 feet.
It's a light crossbow. Yeah, okay. So it does have 80. Which one of you fuckers?
Is it Chibbles? Is Chibbles an
No, they're both friendly. It might be because there's no light. I don't know. In any case, it's not. It's not neither of those. No. It's just disadvantage. All right. Anyway, what did you get? An actual roll. The actual hit.
The actual roll is a 20.
Yeah. Crit.
Okay, cool. 4 points plus roll another d8.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Another 7. Jeez.
Great shot! Do it again!
A bolt sinks into one of its eyes and lets out this kind of rattling hiss again. And it's going to jump down. Oh, this one is. Let's have it scuttle down the side here.
How much movement was that?
Enough to get on the side of the wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's 30 feet. Alright. So. What the shit? Nope. Tentacles are not hitting anyone today. Nor is the bite. Those are awful rolls. You see it's lashing out with tentacles. Well, antennas. They don't seem to be hitting anyone, though. They're more frantically just trying to feel out what's in front of them. That's going to be their turn. Sadly.
Also, Chibbles should be on my initiative. Just rolling him out.
All right, Willow, you're up.
Yeah. But that looks dangerous. And I'd turn to the bird. I realize I haven't given a name, and I'll say, "Becca, attack!" And I'll pull my bow, and I like to imagine it'll be the arrow and the owl flying at the same time, because the owl should have like 60 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Just a random owl picture of Google Images.
How do I do the attack with the owl?
You have to select the owl, then select the token, and like open the character sheet of the owl.
Oh, I double click on it and I have it. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, the passive had stuff on the right.
Shred does not make any contact, and it's hard shitting his shell, just scraping down it.
You should have more.
After that, it can then fly back. It's got enough movement.
Yeah, fly by. Right?
One thing, Roki. I assume you're. Sorry, Dingo. You're the same.
Not Roki.
Yeah. You're the same level as us, right? And you're a ranger. You should have multi-attack. You should have 2 attacks if you're level 5.
No.
I have whatever I have.
I presume to. No, he does not have extra attack.
Okay.
As you were.
I see.
Either that or he's choosing not to use it. Okay. Tundra Aura.
Wait, did Tundra Aura get changed?
It did.
Interesting.
You feel once, you feel like the power after you release that blast of cold from your hands. Ever since then, it feels like the power within you has shifted, changed, almost like it's got more potential. And in this moment, you are shielded for a slightly more amount than what you're used to.
Took you long enough. Okay, first attack is gonna be a claw attack.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna slice down its soft bits.
Second attack, I'm gonna pick up my tridents. As I'm climbing, I probably shouldn't have my shield active.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, even without shield, it wouldn't have hit me anyway. So let's do this one.
Ooh. Yeah. That's gonna leave it wounded. As the trident skewers this creature. Lets out a screech.
Oh! No, wait, I didn't. I already used my bonus action. That shall be my turn.
How? Did not like that. I think it's gonna come in behind you, flank with its little buddy here, and slaps you with its tentacles. Tentacles? They're antenna. Either way. Yep, that's gonna hit. I need you to make a con save. Yeah, you feel like this strange kind of venom almost like wiped down your back. And for a moment you feel like your back kind of tense and spasm, but you kind of shake it off. And that'll definitely dissuade it from going for you again. But not after it takes a bite.
Maybe you don't want to be close to these things.
What?
It looks like it just bit into a chunk of ice.
Didn't feel a thing.
After that, it's gonna kind of crawl around, and it's moving like
it has 5 less movement because it moved within my range while I was wielding my spear.
Yep, it's only moved 25. Well, actually, if it's difficult terrain, technically, it's all around you. So it'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, Stef, you're up.
Can I hit this one? Or is it too high up in there? I can.
Yeah, no, it's in melee.
Okay.
It's crawled all the way down.
Let's does that look? Booming.
Those are the biggest bugs I've ever seen.
Wait, what happened here? Booming blades? Target is 20 feet away? What? Oh. Sorry, I had both selected.
Hmm. Okay.
The booming
Yep,
blade not
stab it
go
into the side.
Hold on. The booming blade didn't go,
Doesn't look like it.
but I cast it. Did something break?
No. You probably just didn't cast it on the weapon. Or rather...
Oh, now it's asking me again. Let's undo the damage from earlier. It was because I had both targeted. What the fuck? So what did we go with here?
Well, you just... all I needed was the thunder damage, which was 4. So, there you go.
And,
there it is. Your lightning... Your blades are still crackling with lightning as well. There's this spark and a zap. As it seems the blessing of Typhon still remains on your swords. And the second strike is going to gut it. You see the creature going to fall from the side, land on its back, and then go into those death throes, like when a spider clenches all its legs up.
Away from its death throes. I want to move away from its death throes. I don't like that. I'll move over here.
It is rather disturbing.
Okay.
So, Roland, you're up.
Alright.
Oh, and Chibbles comes up here with me.
I want to just charge right up to it. So I just want to check if I'm allowed to do this. Charge up to it, get the 20-foot charge using lance. I'll cast my channel. Do you know what? I'm not going to cast the channel divinity, so I'm just going to go up, lance it. Then I'm going to move away 20 feet and go back and lance it for my second attack. Is that possible? You can move in between your two attacks.
You can, but it'll get an attack of opportunity.
If I
from
within,
on the wolf.
Sorry, I've got reach with the lance, so
the reach with the lance is what's basically going to let you hit it when it's on the rock.
Right.
That's probably actually right though. You'd still be out of range, but yeah, you'd need to be right up there.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead though. Make your attack. You'll be fine.
All right. I'm not going to use my channel divinity. Why is it
okay.
Because I've not got Roland selected there. Sorry.
Boy, Lance's damage, scary.
And then I'll add.
Damn, you puncture straight into the side of its shell.
That's the. Oh, no, just one, not two.
And then
That's
roll a
the
d6. Next
one.
one.
Extra one. And then
Yeah.
Wolf, I think, has to take the dash action to get enough movement to be able to do this. And I'll take the opportunity attack. All I want to do is get another 20 feet away and then go back for a second charge.
Yep. So normally you'd be out of range, but these long tentacles do manage to swipe out.
Right.
They seem to have the range. And it's going to hit you.
Oh.
I need you to make a con save as it suddenly attempts to inject you with this venom, and that's going to put the kibosh on your charge attack, that's for sure. As you feel, well, actually, technically this should be on against your mount, by the way. It's not you that's provoking an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the rolls are the same either way. I'm going to undo the damage, but what happens is Fang Pawjaw suddenly locks up.
Okay.
Go like rock, and they just fall to the ground, paralyzed.
Damn it. Well, looks like I'm doing it without the extra charge. Right, so I'll just take my second attack. I'm going to
Jesus.
free smite.
Ah, it's because you punctured.
Yes.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is a...
The puncture.
Amazing.
Oh, you're all
Goddamn.
so terrible.
So
Well,
I
you
rolled
definitely.
an 18, and it
Hmm?
still crits on an 18 with puncture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Puncture is it makes them susceptible to a crit on 18, 19, and 20.
Excellent.
That's what puncture's for. You basically found a spot in their shell, cracked it open, and then jammed the lance in a second time near the soft spots where it just all its guts just rupture from the divine energy.
Phenomenal. So I will, for my bonus action, there's nothing I can do for my bonus action. I'll just leave that there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is the wolf incapacitated in some way then? Is it
Paralyzed.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
No, nothing they can
Which
do.
means you would have probably fallen off the mount, but you can just get back up again. So with using your movement.
Right, I'll
Okay,
stay
so
there.
Snorp-
If it attacks anyone else, I'll
Snorp is
use
gonna-
my reaction.
Snark is gonna take a shot. Let's see here.
Okay. Damn it, Snorp.
Oh wow.
Why you gotta be so good at what you do? Yeah, Snorp
What we love to
takes
see.
it out before he gets the killing blow, as Snorp does, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll add another notch to my thing." But that will end
Wait, is Snorp the
combat.
only person that got 2 turns?
Yeah.
Yes, I do believe so.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow, you
fuck,
guys
don't
got that
show tough.
fast. You guys are amazing.
Come on, old girl. Time to get up. What are you doing down there?
God, this venom. Can't move.
Oh, let me just attend. I didn't realize you'd been even hit. And I'll.
Hey,
don't know,
Snorp, can you get over here?
Lay on hands 5 to cure poison. Is that what that does?
Yeah, that will actually work. That
because
the
it's a paralyzed
paralysis,
poison. Yeah.
the paralysis disappears, and they're like, where are they? And they try to like get to their feet and like snap at something, but it's already dead.
I'm afraid you've missed all the fun, old dear. But next time, I'm sure you won't succumb to a little snake poison.
Snakes?
Wow.
These don't look anything like snakes.
What would you know? You're
That-
just
that
a bloody
was-
wolf.
That was amazing. See, like, I'm glad I gave you guys a warning. You guys are so strong.
Well, thank you for the warning. I'm glad you were here.
I would like.
What are those things? You want to come over? Yeah, Snorp comes over. He's actually interested anyway. He's like, what are these things? And he's like poking him with his stick.
I mean, they are big, and if they bite you with those tentacles, they release some sort of liquid. Let's get it. You can make use
Okay.
of it.
He
that's
starts chopping off the antennas. You can give a survival check to Tracker.
I mean, Snorp can help.
Survival with strength
Snorp-
and
Snorp is-
advantage.
Snorp is helping.
Yes.
Is 17, 16.
He has advantage anyway, thanks to Rage. But yes, that's more than enough. You get yourself a vial of carrion crawler poison.
Carrion crawl.
That's what these things are.
Is it from
A
one or is
strange
it from both?
Insectoid-like creature.
So
You can roll me
Snorp
another
has-
one for the other one.
Snorp has 2 out of 3 uses on his paralyzing tentacles left. Senrith, does he get a third one back?
This isn't
Maybe.
the same. Rather, it's a different creature entirely. But
It so
If you
happens
wanna
to be this,
just-
that the other thing is like poison. Target is paralyzed.
yeah, I know. Carrion crawl of mucus. There it is. So this stuff, I'll just tell you what it is. I'll add it to your sheet as well. You can decide if you want to give Snorp a dose as well. It is a contact poison. DC 13 con save will be poisoned, and whilst poisoned in this way, they are paralyzed. Last a minute. Save at the end of each of their turns. So.
Is it only once?
Oh, God.
Sorry, one vial or two?
One dose. You can get 2 for 1 from each.
Okay. I'll give the
it's up to
second
you
dose
if you
to
wish
to
Snorp.
Snorp.
Okay, perfect. So he can use this on his tentacle attack, but honestly, you could even use it on just anything.
A club attack.
With it being a poison, you can apply it to a multitude of different things. But I'm just going to add the whole item to his sheet.
Okay.
There it is.
All get together.
Let's. Snorp's going back over here again.
Okay.
So we both can follow.
Whilst they were doing that, though, because it's going to take a while to harvest that. What would
I wanted to check out something before we do that.
Okay.
So those carrying crawlers,
Large.
right? Like,
yes.
Looking at the tentacles of the nautiloid, or whatever that thing is called. Do I see like bite marks where they're trying to eat this thing?
There is a great deal of flesh that this thing is made of, and certainly there are parts of it that are chomped away, mostly like over here. I can see those bits there, probably being sections they tried to eat. Yeah.
Scouting ahead to like find a way up. It's kind of hard to judge, right? Can we, like?
You need some scouting. I've got an owl.
Can we? Oh fuck! That's the wrong thing. I need the. We need this thing. Can we like?
This is the kind of situation you're dealing with. The tentacles are sort of splayed out on the ground. The decking is above you.
There is no elevation, right? We can like go across here, where I charted the course.
It's difficult terrain, but yeah, if you want to try and climb up, the slimy tentacles, they are going to be just an athletics check, or you can try to balance with an acrobatics check.
I can give you jump if you want to zoom across it.
I have a better idea, and I haven't really ever used this yet. Maybe it's a waste. No, it's a waste. Yeah, I'll just like crawl up.
Hey,
I'll go up slowly.
Are we letting him walk off on his own? Is this normal?
Definitely.
Okay.
He doesn't really.
So you're giving me an athletics or acrobatics?
I'll give you an acrobatics because my blade song is still on. Acrobatics, which means I have advantage.
Oh wow.
Okay. Stef manages to demonstrate how you can carefully balance along this soft, spongy tentacle. And if you would like to get up to this side, to this section, you can. This is where it ends.
I will go up until here, and then I'll throw down a rope to here. I have a rope with me. So I can help the less nimble members here. Not Tracker, that he can control fine, but like Roland.
Yeah.
And,
that looked like fun. I want to try. Can I try to climb up?
Give me an acrobatics.
Just completely ignore the rope. Yeah.
Or athletics, whichever you prefer, mate.
Athletics.
Also, my blade song is probably over by the time I'm up here. It's only.
Yeah, by the time you reach the top. Athletics, nice. Yeah, you managed to run along it and then hop up onto the top, no problems. He seems quite agile and athletic. This Willow guy, and he's good on his feet. Faith would probably take the rope and climb up that way.
Okay.
Roland,
you made it look so easy.
Well, right.
Roland,
so here's a question.
Behind, or?
Possibly, what I'm thinking is, can the wolf climb up with me on its back using my action to give it the help action, like by sort of steering it?
It's gonna be hard to climb up with the wolf. I'll give it a disadvantage, but if you're trying to help it, it'd make it flat.
Right.
So you can roll flat athletics or acrobatics to be strength, I guess, is a better option as he digs his claws in.
I could have given the wolf jump, but no one wanted it.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart if I'd taken you up on that.
Wait, what's the range on
Could have, yeah.
Oh, it's a touch.
I think it is touch.
Yeah.
You could climb down the rope and give it, and then hop back up, because it does appear as though Paw is too like the you'd imagine these tentacles are like round, and their limbs are either side of the round part, and they kind of slip. They kind of land on their tummy, and then they roll off the tentacle, and then kind of land into the snow again, and they kind of like ruffle their fur, like. I'll wait with the axe speaks.
Well, actually, why don't you use your own very special jump? You know, the one that always makes me feel like I want to vomit.
Yes, of course. If you so choose. They just describe me. What does this look like when they jump?
So
to speak?
there's like it's like something out of manga or something, but they like kind of really crouch down, do this enormous leap, but there's a kind of radiant burst at their feet as they do it, like a total power jump, and then they leap 60 feet up and across, and do like a 3-point land.
Yeah, they kind of skid with their claws, raining snow around you as they land. And they clear the jump, the rope, and the deck. They land up on here near the ballista, and Faith's like eyes go wide as the wolf literally lands on top of them.
And then she
that was incredible. Whoa!
Well, she can only do it once per day. It takes an awful lot out of the old girl.
Wait.
That's insane. I've never seen her do that before.
Wait, it's a girl?
Always have been.
As far as we know. I mean, there's so much fur back there. It's really hard to tell, actually.
Before we go any further here, I would like to cast my detect magic.
Okay, so up on this level, there is an open cowl, and mounted to the deck is a forward-facing ballista, and the walls are lined with ballista bolts waiting to be used. Though you have never seen something quite this fashion. Does not look like a normal human-made ballista. There's all kinds of weird, like over-engineering dials, knobs, levers festoon the gunner's station. And there's some sort of weird language written in Braille. You have no idea what it means. None of you understand that language?
Let me see here. Maybe?
Did I try to
kind of look
figure
like
it out?
Instructions.
Common
You either
investigate it.
you can give me an Arcana check.
I can.
Yeah. I've been many
You
places.
might
Who knows
have
what I
a
might have
chance.
accidentally learned.
Fuck.
Nope.
You have no idea. That's your response. You're like, what the fuck? You're like looking over this stuff. It just makes no sense. Who writes in little bubbles and little like I don't know, rings? Like little beveled rings and bumps. For you though, Stef, although you don't understand the language, you kind of understand the mechanism and how it would work. There's clearly like this lever means like it's going to load back. This dial seems to be like a release and like tension for the bow. you kind of understand how the mechanism works, and you are able to fire it if should you choose. But
I would like
you know
to...
what? With a 23, it's kind of reminiscent of gnomish engineering, and you've worked with gnomes before, perhaps in the past.
Yeah, I would like to instruct the others, specifically Snorp, how to use this thing.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm sure I can figure it out.
And it's loaded with bolts, right? How many are there loaded? Like, it's just one bolt.
There is, yeah. It's already loaded.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes
Are there
one
any
and then fires one.
spare bolts lying around, or is it just the one?
No, there's others.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I would... Does anybody else want to do something here? Because otherwise I'd be carefully moving up with magic detection going on.
Yeah, then magic detection. You definitely pick up on something magical, but it's faint. Below you in the open cowl, where you've just fallen down, perhaps some 20 feet, you see there is...
Yeah,
this is a big opening.
There. I'm not sure, but...
Stairs mean that it goes down. So...
Okay. Oh, don't click on it.
There... You can click on it. You just, if you want to jump down there, you can click on it. But what you're seeing is there's some sort of magic from the buttons and dials. There's like a faint glow. The magic is, I guess, a divination type of magic. Though it's so faint, it's like it's barely picking up on the spell.
I see, so we have to go down there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's one option.
I mean, I will use my rope, but I still have to, like, lower myself down.
Yeah.
Everybody else who also needs it can use the rope, and we'll leave it here, I guess. So I click on the thing, and I'm down there.
Yep.
I'm in the control room.
Okay.
Is there somewhere you can get back up from?
Yes, there is a rope.
Okay.
So,
like, you know, the door icon. But yeah, just like the door icon,
Black
just
door.
clicking that will send your token
Okay,
down
yeah,
there.
yeah. I just make sure like we had a way up and it wasn't one way.
All right.
We going down, guys? Or am I waiting out here?
Yes, I think we should stick together.
Yeah.
Can
stay at
I
the
be in
back.
charge of the ballista?
yeah, Snorp, you keep... Snorp's gonna keep on the lookout.
Wait for everyone else to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll stay up here. I'll let you know if anything comes in.
As far as spaceships go, this seems to be as safe as any other I've seen.
So, as you go down and descend into the wreckage one by one, it does look as though the ship clearly sustained a great deal of damage on impact, right? The vessel has caved in from something large. And you do remember in the vision kind of colliding with a mountainside, going into a spin before colliding into the snow, and this is where you've ended up. You're having trouble there, Roland.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you want to go down?
I think your wolf cannot go down with us here. It's a bit cramped in here.
You don't have to stand over the button. You can just press it.
Yeah. So I'm just asking. You want to go down? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, indeed, it is quite a bit cramped. There is rubble on the floor. strange dials. They look like fleshy buttons on the wall, and that's where you're kind of getting the magic from. You're picking up on that. You have no idea what any of these do. There's no indication, no instructions.
I was
just
about
more
to
of
ask,
that
are
braille.
there any instructions written here somewhere? The braille, you said?
Yeah, braille, but you're not really sure what it means. You can't understand what language that is.
Would I be able to understand the braille if I cast comprehend language?
It looks like a language.
Well, then I would like to ritual cast comprehend language. Takes about 1 minute. It says here as ritual cost.
10 minutes. Takes 10 minutes.
It says here for the but touching the
rituals take 10 minutes. A minute is its usual casting time. If it's a ritual, it's cast as 10 minutes.
Okay,
so in that case, while the rest of you guys, while Stef is doing that, you have time to look around yourselves if you wish.
Don't press any buttons.
Uh-oh. Tracker. He didn't press anything. Tracker just walks up to this sphincter-looking wall, and it suddenly retracts and slinks back into the wall, revealing a doorway, a hallway in front of you. And there's attached to the walls in this chamber seem to be like these large pods, and there's manacles in the pods designed to hold perhaps There's bits of broken equipment in here. Am I okay now?
Fine for me.
Yeah.
Discord being a bitch. Okay. Cool. There's bits of broken equipment in here, and there seems to be, amid the debris, moving creatures. 4 of them perhaps, or at least 3 of them you can see. But I know you've got Sensate up, right? So you can actually sense there's a 4th creature, but I'll get to that in a moment. 3 of them seem to be small, repulsive purple things that float just above the ground, but they pull themselves across the floor using these oversized face tentacles. And they seem to be cleaning up the place, like mopping up this liquid that's escaped from one of the pods, moving about bits of wreckage. And the 4th creature, you can feel it lumbering, heavy footfalls, thud, thud. Feels humanoid from what you're sensing. Like on 2 feet, at least. But it's probably, what? Some distance away from you at the moment, Tracker. What do you guys do?
I mean, I'm still casting comprehend language.
Yep.
What are these things? Scavengers or something?
They look to be cleaning the place. And then they kind of notice Tracker. And as they turn around, they let out kind of a curious squelching noise. Like... And they tilt their head.
I'm just going to go and stand beside this door and brace my spear. Was it ready? My spear? There's a spear thing just in case they attack us.
Okay. They don't necessarily appear to be hostile.
Right.
Rather more just wide-eyed, looking around. They're kind of just almost a little bit naive looking. They almost have the kind of demeanor of like children as they kind of hop around, skip from one another, and they kind of poke one of each other on the shoulder, and then the one that's poked looks around the corner, pokes its head round, and then it kind of tilts its head, looking towards you in a strange fashion. Here you go. There's an artwork of them.
Just let me know when I'm done. Finish casting comprehend languages.
Yep. They just stare at you, staring back at them in the most peculiar standoff right now. What language did you just speak?
Why is everybody speaking weird languages?
What language was that, Tracker? Actually, it doesn't
Guys,
matter.
this is
No, they don't
gross.
seem to respond.
You guys always
They
just
just
open doors while
respond.
someone's in the middle of a spell?
I don't understand if you're speaking, Tracker, by the way. But they don't seem to understand you. Can't hear you though. They just kind of respond with a light gurgling sound. But the third one perhaps hovers a little closer. Faith says, I don't know whether that was Tracker's fault. The door seemed to just open on its own.
Hmm.
Am I done casting comprehend languages?
You're done casting Detect Magic, because that was going to wear off, just realised. Concentrating on that. I suppose if no one else is doing anything, yeah, sure. You can now
what's the goal
understand this
here?
braille.
You guys just...
Well, I'm waiting for everybody else to be finished. I have a goal, but...
What? Yeah, what are we doing here? Like, are you just opening doors and looking around?
Tracker, we can't hear you if you're saying anything.
Mute on Discord.
Oh.
You've been muted for like good solid 8 minutes.
Never mind. I didn't really say much.
Oh, okay, all right then.
But I just what was the word? Called out the same thing in Dwarven and Giant to see if it responded to any of those.
It doesn't seem to.
Yeah.
It can clearly hear you're saying something, and it lets loose the gurgling sound in response, but it doesn't seem to be making any sense. Stef, this Braille-like language it's weird. It's like a mind flayer language they use to feel that with their tentacles. And so you actually, in order to read it, have to place your hand over it and run it along the bumps to understand.
I will do that, just to read what's written down there on the consoles.
Roll me a D100.
Sure. /R1.
You actually accidentally pushed the self-destruction button. Got 10 minutes to leave the building.
Let's find out. It says moisturizer porthole. Yeah.
That's
and you can see a kind of a yellow greenish fluid kind of oozing around the side of the button.
That's the only thing I can read from this entire section here, or...
No, that's just the first thing you read. There seems to be a bunch of other uses, functions, devices, all kinds.
Do I see a self-destruct button?
No, you don't. You see a word for
What I'm looking for
Sorry.
specifically would be life support systems.
Not in this section. You see most of this comprises of different experimental chemicals. And it seems to have a log on things. Well, it doesn't have a log, but that'd be more psionically stored. It has a lot of temperature controls for the pods themselves. It has controls for the different chemicals that it implants into the pods.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have proteins and plasmas and zinc, different chemicals that can be injected into the pods.
You said
As
temperature
for
control.
life's, yes.
Oh my god. Well, before I press anything funny here, can I understand their gurgling now? That's going on between
Nope,
them?
not at all. It's just this strange squelch.
That's not a language. How about this then? Almost intuitively, I'm gonna pull out the Psycrystal and shine the light of it down the hallway. I'll step out here one step, I guess.
The dim, pulsing light reflects in their wet, black eyes, and you see them looking over with awe and wonder. And one of them slowly kind of approaches closer still, and it seems to offer out a tentacle or a small feeler to try and reach towards the Psycrystal.
I will let it touch the Psycrystal. I'm curious what it's gonna do.
You see it kind of begin to stroke it, and
Oh my god, it's
almost
to moisturize the portal.
it does appear to be. And for a moment it feels around, wraps its tentacle around before it too seems to have a moment of revelation in its head, and it lets out kind of a squeak of excitement, and with that it tries to pull it out of your hand.
Oh no, it's not pulling.
Okay, it doesn't seem to have the strength to. It just sort of, you can feel it pulling though.
Yeah, I guess it wants us to go down the hallway. Is my interpretation of things. I guess
Yeah, it floats alongside you then.
I don't know. It's an interesting idea.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a good idea.
Guess fortune fools. What's your name?
It's guiding us towards the door.
I prefer in pursuit.
As you approach, this door does again sort of whoop, open up at the sight of the crystal, and to the left of you, you see one pod that has been completely smashed open. You see its shattered glass that's all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And its fluids have kind of leaked out, forming a puddle.
Are Faith and Roland following us? I assume so, right?
He's following.
I assume they would be. Yep. And it's as you go onto the second set of doors where you see the sphincter open up again, and you now know what that lumbering creature is. A massive creature of stitched flesh lumbers around the side of this debris and looks towards you and lets out this low moan. And I need everyone to roll initiative once again, as it seems as though it lets out this moan, it rushes towards you.
That's fine, but before we roll initiative, can you move Roland and Faith up because they would be behind us and not at the end of it.
Oh, it's given my beast its own initiative for some reason. Should I just ignore that?
Yeah, just ignore it.
There we go, yeah.
Wait, where are the small guys on the initiative table?
Oh, I'm back in a second.
Why are they on the initiative table?
All right, Willow, you're up first.
Fuck. Can I like step here? Am I like stepping in goo?
There is
that fine?
You are, but it doesn't seem to be like
what angle can I like aim through the doors?
The doors are all open. You can see it from here and shoot it from there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna do
there's
what I did
nothing blocking
before.
you.
Let's go, Pecky. I'm clearly just making up a name. I'll shoot in. I'll have the bird come in for an attack.
Okay. Cool.
Fly back.
Mm.
Oh, get fucked. My turn.
So, as it grabs onto the flesh and tries to tear away at it, it just seems to let it. There's nothing stopping it. Just tearing bits of flesh away. Doesn't seem to mind whatsoever. That's a bonus action. You would have an action. Oh, welcome back, Roland. They've come across a stitched flesh golem, and it seems to be lumbering towards the party.
I'll leave you alone for 2 minutes.
10.
Yeah, I did an action. I shot my longbow at the same time.
Sorry, my bad. You're right.
Yeah, it's my turn.
The longbow, the arrow just sinks into its flesh and doesn't seem to respond whatsoever. Almost like hitting a sandbag. All right, Stef, you're up.
Well, I have a different idea here.
Oh,
I can
Faith's up.
open my character
Sorry,
sheet.
Faith turns first.
Oh.
Dragon?
Stef, are you sure these people are friendly?
I'm not sure about anything.
Can you talk to them?
No, I can't.
You've got the crystal.
Yeah, I've tried, but
They don't respond to the crystal?
they respond to the crystal, but not with telepathy or words.
Hmm.
And I've cast comprehend languages as well. I cannot understand them, so it's not a language.
They're not speaking? Weird.
They are in the middle of the party though, which I just realized now. And they are on the initiative table.
I shouldn't mean anything.
Should they be on the initiative table?
They are on the initiative table.
Okay.
But you shouldn't look into that as any deeper
Yeah.
meaning other than they have their own they have their own agency as much as you do.
If Fate were to shoot the thing, would it be with disadvantage?
What the flesh golem?
The flesh golem.
No.
Are the squidlings considered enemies for that?
Probably.
Not considered enemies.
They have a red border for me, but
Oh, there's a
There is something.
malfunctioning with that crossbow. Either way, it still hits.
Yeah, we need
because
to
this
we
thing
need to look
doesn't-
at it.
Either way, there's nothing stopping this crossbow hitting it. It doesn't dodge or flinch. The bolt just sinks into its flesh, adding another stitch to its already mismatched skin.
Here you go, girl. Love crossbow action.
well, I have a
Stef.
different approach here. First of all, we're gonna blade some, as we so often do. We'll move up to the thing, but on its side, I'll have my little monkey give me the help action. So I have
Okay.
disadvantage on my next thing, and
Uh,
oh, I shouldn't have flanking.
No.
Okay. And it is quite fleshy and stitched together.
Oh yeah. You see kind of green patches. Then you see there's some whiter patches. There's skin of all kinds of perhaps humanoid. There's even maybe some scales in there as well.
Well, I'm gonna start off with a booming blade. How do I do the booming blade with advantage? Because I have the help action.
Just roll it twice, I think is the best way to do it.
Well, it's hit anyway, so I'll just roll another d20 to see if I would have crit, I guess.
Yeah,
20.
it's fine with me.
Would not
Okay,
have.
so it's
Doesn't
definitely a
change-
hit.
Doesn't change anything.
Thunder damage. All right.
The offhand would also be at advantage, no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, just flat. Just flat.
Would
okay.
Yeah.
slicing do something?
So slicing on this creature. Necrotic. Does do something, yeah. So you can cut open this thing and you find there are these weird fluids that have been pumped into its organs. And as you slice it open, several of them sort of squirt and spill out. And the second strike with your offhand. Yeah, you got a nat one, didn't you? It's unfortunate.
Yeah. But
That just
first
sinks
one,
into a limb that doesn't seem to have any organs or muscle.
But my first one, or the other roll, was a 15, so that would have been enough to trigger necrotic on the first hit. I would assume.
Yeah, okay.
So
Which
we'll just
seems to
I'll
work.
just roll a 1d4 for it. So it's one extra damage.
Oh, it is one
on the
extra.
first.
Okay, cool.
And we did
Alright.
some necrotic damage too. And some thunder and some lightning damage.
So the lightning seems to spark over the creature, and you see its eyes kind of like light up as if the lightning surges right to the back of its retinas. And then it looks towards you and lets out this ghastly moan. And it'll be Sir Roland's go. Did he say he stepped away?
Again?
Sir Roland?
He came back at some point, started talking about trouble we were in.
Oh no.
He might have had to be. He
He's
might have
away
been pulled
again.
away,
again.
Okay, Tracker, take your turn for now.
Let's use another rage. Let's do it with another. Not rolling well.
Andrew. Okay.
Fucking nail.
Oh, yeah. Well, you keep going into the stairs there.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Because you're trying to go through the door. There's a shortcut. You need to go there and then forwards. Yeah. There's a wall in the way.
You know what? I can just move. There.
In fact, I'm going to
now
make
you're
sure that there's a wall in the way. I'm done with people walking in here.
You know what? Let's make sure I actually hit.
This thing has a lot of HP.
Okay.
No puncturing?
Well, puncturing? No, on this thing. It's not wearing any kind of armor.
Not natural armor? Okay.
Nope, nothing. It's completely naked. And as you sink in the trident, however, that looks like it finally reacts.
Mhm.
Rather than have this bolt sink into its flesh, another stab into its flesh. Like there's nothing really
Yeah.
happening to it. But finally, as you strike with the trident, it seems to look around and like try to take a swipe towards you. and it's going to do that right now. Unless you have another attack.
I am gonna use my second attack to shove him up. Because booming
Shove
blades.
aside, huh?
Yep.
Booming blade.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Booming blade also works on what's it called? Force movement, right?
Yeah, it does.
No, I don't think it does.
It doesn't?
It does. It does. It works with crush.
It only specifies movement, but it doesn't say it has to be willing movements.
If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then it takes the extra D8.
Never mind, then I'll just attack it.
Okay. Alright, go for a second swing.
Oh.
And yeah, it would have been advantage, wouldn't you?
Yep.
I kind of skipped over. I need to change reckless attack now, just so that it's for like the whole round. Okay, but another 12 points of piercing damage. Yeah, that now actually looks like it's hurt. Okay, well, now it's its go, and it will turn towards you, Tracker. It sees you clearly as a threat and will slam into you. Wow.
Oh, that's
60 points of bludgeoning damage is nothing to be. You think it tickles? Take another then. Of course, you do seem to weather the blow, but those big meaty paws are gonna hit. A normal man would have probably broke their bones. Looks like maybe some of the flesh is from half-orc, but not sure. But there is some clearly unhuman strength to this creature. And then, as a bonus action, it's going to do its strange, weird thing. Oh yeah.
It's gonna move.
I need to see 30 feet. That is going to hit. Oh god.
Boom.
Everyone. Okay, I need everyone to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Is the DC 13?
That is a success.
Oh my.
Jesus, I'm lucky.
Intelligence saving throw, huh?
Why are you
Yeah.
a ranger with a negative intelligence modifier? Your wisdom is low, your intelligence is low. How are you a ranger?
He's probably
How
Wisdom's
you
fine.
That's a
wisdom
success.
low?
There is
I
good
think
reason
everyone's-
behind the low intelligence.
I think
Oh, no,
everyone's
I-
okay. Oh, wait. Technically, your Beast of the Sky needs to roll. So does Chibbles.
Oh, okay.
So does your mount. Yeah. Everyone.
It's within line of sight, right?
It is not a sight-based thing, but rather this thing emits this kind of discordant,
Jesus Christ.
like moan. That's really good from
That might
everyone,
howl
except
smart,
for White
mate.
Fang Portal. They're the only one that failed. So sad. But yeah, so it lets out this horrific moaning sound, which
Timber.
yep, and it makes Fang Portal just lock up in. They're completely stunned. They don't know what the fuck was happening there, but they seem to reel back in their mind as though they hear something else roaring in the back of their brain. Okay, well, that's their go. These little creatures, as weapons are drawn and spells are starting to be flung, they seem to cower away into the corners here. And try to avoid anything immediately.
Does Roland still
getting
need to take
caught
his
in
turn?
there. Roland,
yeah.
yeah, you can take a go now that you're back.
Right. The mount is down. Right, I shall
Again.
have to dismount. to there. And come up. So dismounting takes half my movement?
Yeah, half your movement, so you'd be 15, and then you can move another 15 from here, I guess.
So that takes me
So
to...
you could get to... Yeah, you can get there.
If I can get to there, then oh good, I can strike. And I'm going to go with the spear and the channel divinity.
Mm-hmm.
By the way.
What? That's not going to do it, is it?
It's not that you miss, but rather the spear just seems to sink into its flesh, where there doesn't seem to be any vital organs or muscles whatsoever. It just looks down at it, and then looks back up at you with a completely expressionless face.
You have an extra spear.
I have one question. Why are we even attacking that thing? What if he's a victim?
And I'll use the bonus action to just thwack it again. Over that. Oh my god, that hit.
Yep, doesn't dodge out of the way of these attacks, and that's weird. How the hell did that do it?
I've got. How did what do it? A 4.
Range. No. Yeah, much like the second stab, it just looks down at the wound and doesn't seem to be affected by it.
Right.
Whoops.
I have one question.
Keep
Why
going
are we
around with his
even
health.
attacking the thing? Did it attack us first? Did we get moved by initiative? He seems like a victim.
It is clearly in some sort of mental agony. As for physical agony, it's probably long gone past that point.
Can I just check?
Okay, that's...
Just in case it's non-magical weapons, I think with sacred weapon up, it counts.
That is
Does
true.
it actually?
Yeah, I'm going to just...
That would be why I was confused. That's why I was like, why is it doing that? That was what that was in reference to. I was like, how is it taking damage?
Becomes magical for the duration, and I think I get to choose the type of... Or it's the new version of Sacred Weapon, which is what we're using. It's not the text I've got here though, but I think I get to choose that it's radiant damage.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's magical,
Yeah.
that's what matters, right? In this moment, it does. Then, in that case, I take that back. You do see a burning of its flesh as the radiant seems to strip away any kind of magic that's holding it together.
Cool.
Okay, cool. It's Willow again.
Nice. I would like to increase my distance, like.
Yeah.
Send my bird in along with my longbow again. That is 20 strike back. Go on there.
An effective combination of moves on many creatures up till now, but against this thing, it seems as though these mundane weapons are having little to no effect.
I'm trying. That's my turn. I don't know what else to do.
Okay, wait. Yeah, no, there is. It's a tricky stitch.
Be careful.
I'm sure your friends have got it there. Faith? Oh, she's gonna shoot. Is that one of the +1 bolts?
No, it's a normal bolt.
Okay, then it just dunk, probably right between the eyes, and yet it feels as though there's no brain in there. It is Stef's
okay, I see.
Is Faith not going to step away as well after seeing like it did before?
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's get there. So there should be 3 creatures within range of Faith. Did I do this right? Oh, it's even 10 feet. There.
All right.
Yep.
That's Faith's go. Stef's up.
Seeing as the situation calls for something magical. Wait, where did the booming blade effect go? Why is that no longer on it?
It only lasts a round.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. It says the on a hit suffers the normal damage and until the start of your next turn. It is now the start of your turn.
Wait, since when is booming blade, since it willingly moves? Because it usually works with Crusher. Is that a change from your game?
No, that is since inception.
Okay. What the fuck?
The idea is the reason why it works with Crusher is because you remove them from the fight, so they can either stand there and look at you, or they can move on their turn to get back to you to attack you. That's why it works with Crusher, but it does not trigger Booming Blade.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do something else here. I'm gonna have advantage on this again, so we just roll twice if I miss the first one.
Great bonfire. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Why is that?
You'll see when it gets I guess the immediate reaction from it would be it flails around as its stitchings catch on fire, and it looks wildly at you.
It can look wildly at me all at once. I'll end my turn there. I assume now it's vulnerable to mundane weapons. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's my turn.
Go on then. Go ahead, Roland. Good old Channel Divinity. Oh yeah. Now you're getting to town. This thing is falling apart at the seams. Its limbs are hanging slack. Its jaw is fallen off. There's still so much flesh to chop through. And now you're seeing other weird alien-like organs that have been implanted into the creature. Strange purple tendrils and yellow sacks of pus. Whatever this thing was made of, it was certainly not human.
Why would you make this? The fuck?
Yes,
by the way, Senrith,
indeed.
Your golem got a dex saving throw on the bonfire earlier. I don't know whether it wasn't automated.
Normally it's at the start of its go, isn't it? Isn't it? Any creature in the bonfire space when you cast it. Yeah, okay. So it's when you cast it, and then if it ends its turn there. Let me have a little look.
Oh,
Jesus, indeed. This was that the fucking King's Trident?
yeah.
Of course it was. Shit. Well, it did make a dex save, but I just failed it. So the burning golem has no chance against fire. It seems as though the stitchings make it all kind of loose, just burn away, and as you deliver the final blow, how do you want to kill it?
What's the word? I'll stab it and pin it to the ground, so there's no way it can escape the fire, as it seems to be effective.
You're just roasting it now.
I'm just
like
roasting
you've got
it.
a big barbecue skewer, just keeping it on the bonfire.
Yeah, like a big gyros, except it's not turning around.
your nostrils are filled with the smell of burning flesh. It is the most putrid, horrid thing you've ever smelt. You have to hold your breath as you watch this thing crumple and sizzle away. And as you're asking that question, Willow, like, why would you make something like this? You actually hear a voice somewhere in the back of your head. I can answer that for you.
No! What? I'm like waving my hands in the air. Just like, what? Where are you?
This creature, this seems to be almost sourceless, but there's something nearby, it feels like.
Something over there, maybe? Something over there, maybe?
There is a large vat at the back of this room, and there is certainly something wriggling around in it, but it doesn't seem to be anything with a voice. There is lots of little tadpoles in here, swimming around, minding their own business.
Wanna eat one?
Well, can I pick up on the voice with telepathy?
Yes, you can. It's fast.
Wait, it's shared with everyone or only with Willow?
It's now. It will actually share it with everyone, and you can tell this voice is coming from a creature that's slowly descending the stairs, just hovering, just practically a half an inch off the floor, and it seems to be much the same texture of skin as that previous one, but this, it seems to have a more enlarged cranium, tentacles where a mouth should be, and let me just show you the art.
Which stairs?
There's only one. There's two sets of stairs, but the
stairs?
side on stairs on the right. 1 second. There it is. Okay. This creature begins to hover down the staircase. It has indeed got some sort of device in its hand, a trigger with a shaft and a needle sticking out the end of it. These black robes with this high backed collar seem to depict a sense of intellect, almost like a wizardry like robe, and long kind of bony like fingers gesture towards you, and almost in a mock kind of bow, they introduce themselves. Again, this would be psionically reaching out to everyone's minds, not just the ones with the psi crystal. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Dredovic. Unfortunately, you're read into one of our escaped experiments. This was not intentional. The creature must have let loose after the crash. But it is fortuitous that you arrive at this time. We are in need of support, assistance, if you will aid.
Well, why exactly would we help a mind flayer?
Then you've heard of our kind. But I assure you, we are not like normal mind flayers. We are gnome cereals.
That doesn't tell me a lot.
What it means is hostilities here are not our charge. We were sent to research, collect specimens.
What do you want with us?
I believe you are in the possession of something that could help us.
And it seems to pull out this strange device. It's like this, almost like a remote, and it seems to be clicking, click, 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 click. And as it holds it up towards Steph, you can hear it go click, 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 almost like it's detecting
it's a
something.
Geiger counter, except
For psionic.
You guys are
things,
radioactive?
The psi crystal is what seems to be its interest.
Well, explain.
Very well. Your psi crystal is in fact the crystallized and calcified remains of a mind flayer's brain. It acts as a power source for nautiloid vessels such as this. With it, we can recuperate our life support systems and begin making repairs. Our only goal is to return home.
Well, I don't know if this is the right moment to mention it, but I've eaten part of it.
but you ate it as well.
Yeah, I ate a part of it back when we were cleaning up the shardling. I broke off splinters of it. I fed some of it to the crystal golem thing, and I ate part of, and I ate part of it myself.
Fascinating. Seems you have a mind for the experimental. I might wish to document the reactions to this.
Oh, well, I can speak with my brain since I've eaten it.
I'm pretty sure you could
Dragons
do that
will
before.
really anything.
It's hard to speak without a tongue, Willow.
What? What I did?
So what does the party want to do?
At this point, Fang Porjaw is kind of shaken off whatever weird mental effect it was under. Not my day today, he says.
Is Roland back, or is he still?
Roland.
Let's take that as a no. With that, the smaller little squidlings seem to come out of hiding.
Well, I do have several questions. As far as I'm aware, carrying a round of tadpoles isn't exactly friendly to the inhabitants of the Forgotten Realms. Why are you here in the first place with a tank full of tadpoles and clearly abducted people pointing to the corpses? Like, I'm not very trusting of them, basically. Somebody died for this.
Function of this vessel was to collect specimens for which ones were compatible for ceremorphosis. Unfortunately, that endeavor is seemingly a failure in this case.
So
we crash landed, and we've been on emergency life support ever since.
So, to get this right, You're asking us for help after you just admitted to kidnapping people and experimenting on them, and telling us that you were here to abduct citizens of the 10 towns. Am I getting this right?
We want nothing more than to leave Icewindale and return to the stars for which we call home. The squiddling broodmates are awaiting us.
How many subjects did you kidnap in Icewindale?
We are unwilling to disclose that information, but I assure you, our experiments with humankind have already been fully fleshed out, so to speak. We were not here to kidnap humanoid creatures, but rather some of the more rare wildlife within the tundras.
I look over to Tracker. I don't think he's cool with that.
Not really.
Yeah. I would really like to get Roland here to get his take, but I don't like this guy at all. He's kidnapping people and wildlife. And whoever was that flash golem, whoever they were before, they suffered a great deal. Like, I'm not in the business of helping somebody that would just torture people like that.
Metamorphosis is a necessary process for which our kind procreates. It is a matter of
What will you do if we don't help?
survival. That would be problematic. But perhaps we could offer you something in exchange. A mutual trade where both parties can benefit.
Well, what is your offer?
We have a number of magical devices that we have acquired on our journeys through the stars. Perhaps one of these magical items would be of interest to you.
Only one?
Only one?
I see you drive a hard bargain. I will need to negotiate with my companion, Vorin, to see if we can allow further trade for multiple magical items.
Well, would you be willing?
If you would like, I will lead you. Yes, I will show you. If you follow me up the stairs, you may look at the items we have for trade. Please, follow me.
Sure, let's go with it.
Okay.
What's happening? Oh.
We're indoors.
We are.
Yes.
Is it up here?
Well, feel free to marvel at the interior of the Id Ascendant.
Where do I go?
Oh.
The layout can be rather confusing. If you have these stairs here, you will find your way. You will find your way up into the control room.
I can't see, it's too dark.
Just get
those,
up.
Those without dark vision are going to have trouble.
Okay, 2 steps left,
I think
2 steps left, 1 step down.
Wait, 1 second.
There.
Can I just...
Another down.
Wait. Yeah, go step.
I'm going to cast light. Just cast light.
I can't see down.
Wait.
You're gonna cast light on.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix him. Let me turn on his light bulbs. I'm gonna fix him. Light. There we go.
There you go.
It's light.
Why the fuck does he make a deck?
And as soon as you do get light, you may want to not have light as you realize you're walking around inside a fleshy, organic spaceship where everything is kind of a spongy texture. You see synapses on the walls, little veins that seem to be pulsing magic through them.
So, Rocky, take a step back with your keyboard and press...
Yeah. Who's Rocky? Why do you keep calling me Rocky?
Dingo.
Crazy. Guy's called Willow. There is no Rocky anymore.
I'm the player. Oh.
What?
The player is Dingo.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Dude, I'm still calling my wife my girlfriend. Like sometimes. Cut me some slack.
Oh, that's a staircase though.
So, as you're going through level to level pretty swiftly, but I'll give you a description of what's going on here. So, as you get to the top, you go through the maintenance levels with the chitinous ceilings. Crystals are lit, flickering, or burned out. Plates of the chitin have been pried loose from the walls in places, exposing cavities filled with tangled masses of black tubes. Scattered across the floor are unusual-looking tools where they've tried to make repairs. And then heading up the stairs to the next level, through the propulsion room, into the bridge, and finally what looks to be the captain's seat. And suspended from the ceiling of this high-domed chamber is a complex lattice of bioluminescent jellyfish that use the glowing tips of their tendrils to form constellations. A high-backed chair with short armrests, capped with sparkly blue crystal orbs, tilts up towards the display, and a panel on the starboard wall lies open, exposing a pulsing tendril of flesh embedded with a array of crystal shards. And this is where you see the second gnome ceramorph sort of rise up and seems to already be aware of your presence and addresses you.
There's another small one.
Indeed. Welcome. My name is Vorin. I believe you are here to negotiate. Through that door, you will find a number of magical items that perhaps are of worth. The side crystal is all we ask of you. With it, we will happily be on our way.
There is indeed a strange-looking helmet.
That just picks it up.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to ping it. I didn't pick it up. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, that's all right. So inside this chamber, a domed chamber full of clutter. A lot of it is piled atop tables with 1 foot high legs, and behind the table is a 5 foot diameter crystal sphere mounted atop a low stand. 5 strange glowing gizmos are attached to the chitinous walls 7 feet above the floor. And these devices look like the tips of metal wands held in pincer claws, and they all lower from the ceiling. All of them seem to light up with a kind of like pinpoint, almost laser, and they begin to orientate themselves towards you. At that point, you see Dredovex come up behind, and he waves a hand, and you feel a psionic pulse, Stef, because you're the one attuned to the crystal. And you see all of them seem to suddenly dim down and lower, and all the wands seem to retract back up and into the ceiling. And it holds its hands up.
Can you remove the helm from my spell sheet? From my inventory?
Apologies, the captain's quarters have a security measure. I have disabled them whilst you peruse the web. This is a helmet of telepathy. The other is a... it's known as an eyes of minute seeing. Very useful for identifying and investigating things at close range.
Sorry, what is the name of the other one? Eyes of a...
Eyes of minute seeing, yeah. So it allows you to see things like a... Think of it like a microscope. And the helm of telepathy is pretty obvious what it would be. It's like a device that sits upon one's helmet head and gives them an array of telepathic abilities ranging from well,
I mean, I can read
you
that.
can use the suggestion spell.
Yeah.
Detect thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. When you say you picked it up by accident, what do you mean?
I wanted to ping here, and I just picked it up. It's just in my inventory.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I forget you can do that. Yeah, by clicking on an item, you can actually just pick it up. Kind of cool, actually. But yeah, these are the two items like laid out amongst the clutter and table. This thing's actually a pod at the back, so these items are kind of like around the side of it.
Well, I'll move out again for negotiations. I'm not staying in the room with the lasers.
It turns to you, and yeah, you can see what it does, effectively. If not, they explain it again.
Yeah, I've read through it. I know what it does.
Okay.
I mean, I would like.
It looks at you.
Can we take a break until Roland is back here? I feel like he should be part of this.
I mean, he's been away for at least a good 20 minutes. I have no idea if he's coming back or not. So, and we've only got 20 minutes left of the session, roughly.
Okay. Well, how does out of game? How does everybody feel about this?
He just said he can't rejoin. We just have to carry on.
Do we make the deal for the 2 items and let them fly off? Do we not let them fly off?
What do they do? Like, what do the 2 items do?
So one is a helm of telepathy. It allows you to cast detect thoughts, minor telepathy, and you can also cast suggestion as well, which is a
basically
is detect thought at will.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically
whereas the suggestion
or the Psy Crystal, if I give it away, because then I would lose the telepathy from the...
Oh shit, that didn't help. It can do more than just telepathy, though. It is effectively a second level spell that allows you to like manipulate someone to do something for you, as long as it's kind of within reason. I'll put the description in the chat there. And
Sounds like it could be strong.
The Eyes of Minute Seeing lets someone roll advantage with investigation if you're able to look at that thing up close, like it acts like a kaleidoscopic microscope. So advantage on all investigation checks.
I'm gonna be.
I mean, the trade itself seems worth it. I'm just worried about what will happen after you give them the crystal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I want the helmet, but I'm thinking about maybe we can not give them the crystal and still give the helmet. Wink, wink. Like.
I don't think you guys will let my character have an opinion in this.
No, you can have an opinion in this. Why wouldn't you?
Because I've just followed you guys here after meeting you randomly, and
yeah, but you can
doesn't trust me yet.
Opinion, you know, you can still have an opinion. We might choose to ignore your opinion, but you're still.
I don't know. I can choose to ignore the opinion, but you still are allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
But look, if we're looking at the worth of the items, the trade is worth it.
Should we use minor illusion to trade them? I'm kidding. That wouldn't work.
That probably would not work with them, though. Does Faith have anything to say on the matter?
I think you're right to point out, Steph, that these creatures, they may be kidnapping people. At least that's what mind flayers do, right? They suck your brains out and turn you into monsters. I don't know what the differences between gnome ones and these and normal ones are, but
Me neither.
if they go back, will they eventually come back here and take more specimens, as they put it? It might be something in the long run that's bad for the people here of Icewindale, or any world for that matter. But they are non-hostile. They don't seem to want to fight us. It's weird. It's
Does this
like
one
they've
over
got
there,
manners. Yeah, what about that one?
does he wear
You want to know what it's doing?
Does he wear a Spelljammer helmet?
He is not wearing a Spelljammer helmet. No, Nautiloids don't quite work that way. They use their own psionic powers. Yeah, mind flayers don't need them because they are effectively their own Spelljammer.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
It has returned.
Yes.
Hi. I might need to drop out suddenly again. Apologies, guys.
Yeah, that's not a problem. If you got something come up, that's fine. Not an issue, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Before
we can
move on, what is your stance on...
Well, he might need to go right now. I'm just going to say quick, if you would like, we can just wrap this up and we can start next session with some input from you. If you've got to rush off, Graham.
No, it's fine. I'm hoping it's okay now for till the end of the session, but I'm just NPC me if I do need to disappear. I don't want to cut anyone else's evening short.
Okay, we've only got like 15 minutes left anyway, but did you have an input? Or do you need more context? You've probably not been catching all of this.
I seem to have. I think I've sort of nodded off a little bit there. What the bloody hell's going on? Are we inside some kind of brain or something worse?
It's okay, Roland. This stuff's going over my head as well, Faye says.
Well, I do have a couple of more questions to Dredavex or Warren. How come you've even lost the Psy Crystal if it was so important? Seems like hard to lose. To be like miles
lose
away.
a Psy Crystal? Okay, so
how did they even lose it? Like, how did it leave their possession?
I must correct. The Psy Crystal is not of ours. It is likely that the Psy Crystal you possess was part of a different, separate hive mind long ago. It was deep within the earth of Icewindale. However, it does act as a power source that can help us restore life support.
So, how exactly is it that you guys keep sending me visions and migraines if it's not yours?
Warren can explain.
Oh, please do.
Yes. In an effort to keep the ship's life support functioning, we sent the ship into a torpor-like state, during which it is able to emit a distress signal in a 5-mile radius. Well, actually further than that. Quite a distance, in fact. You're able to pick up on this with a Psy Crystal. It's obviously been detected, and ever since it has been tuned into that signal and trying to return to it.
Vedavax also mentioned you came here to capture exotic wildlife. We need to know, what exactly did you capture?
Seems you have an interest for the Ceramorphosis viability program. Well, as it happens, we acquired many insectoid-like creatures, carrion crawlers, couple of kobolds, goblins, and one rather incredible, strong specimen known as a bullet.
So no Yetis?
Not yet.
Well, what do you mean yet?
Well,
You should mean no Yeti.
Oh. I understood not
our
yet.
progress was cut short when, during a blizzard, there was some sort of disruption with our own scientific machinations. There was a pulse of some kind. Deep beneath the ice, it sent our ship into a state of disarray, almost like an electric magnetic pulse. It fried our psionic control for but a moment, and as we resumed control, we found ourselves hurtling towards the ground, unable to right ourselves in time.
Were you able to locate where the pulse came from?
We were able to attempt to triangulate its location somewhere within the rugged glacier. Whatever it was an incredibly powerful psionic presence, unlike anything we had encountered before. We'd much like to study it if we had the chance, however, our current state of affairs put that on hold.
Well, if you require our assistance, at the very least, we would also need you to promise us that you will cease your operations in the 10 towns.
We have no further curiosities within Icewindale at this time, except for perhaps whatever that pulse was. But with our ship in its current state, we would need to report our findings first, bring it to the hive mind, and have them decide on a course of action. We may not return in your lifetime.
Sounds good enough for me. Either way, we're rid of them. Do you guys have any opinions?
Works. Wait, your primary objective right now is get home safe and reports.
Yeah.
Anything else is secondary.
Yep, that's how they put it.
Well, I would like to cut them a deal. We want the 2 items and the tadpole, and then they can have the Psy Crystal.
You want a tadpole?
You want a tadpole?
I want the tadpole for naught.
For naught? Ah, I see. Yeah.
They when they listed the amount of creatures that they were researching on, are those the creatures they currently have, or are they the creatures they have experimented with in the past?
Yeah, that sounds
time periods.
That sounds like what they were saying. Yeah, during their voyage here,
That's what they've been working on. Yeah, carrion crawlers, couple of goblins, kobolds, and then
there are no other creatures aside from what we've already seen.
No, he mentioned a bullet at the end, that we haven't seen a bullet yet. That thing is quite large.
They said they did experiment on a powerful creature known as a bullet.
I know what a bullet is because I've played Baldur's Gate 3. It's like
a
terrifying land crocodile.
I've been a wee bit distracted. Sorry. When you guys say kobolds and goblins, I think that's a hard line for Roland.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't pick that up earlier on because I was on the phone. I'm afraid this can't be allowed to pass. You can't continue to swan around picking up companions like Snop, and I might understand that you're experimenting on them and stitching them into that bloody monstrosity downstairs.
Yeah, I'm not. But on the other hand, they also said they were gonna fuck off. So
to do the same to another, Stef, I'm sorry, I can't be part of that. I've taken oaths to protect those who can't protect themselves. And I'm going to spear Dread of X. And I'm going to smite.
Oh god, this was working.
So,
we said like wait. So you're attacking them?
Wait,
is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna let the others get out of the laser room, please. You don't know this. This is the laser room.
It is the laser room. Yep. Well,
laser room.
All right.
Can I raise a word before you attack them? Right.
Yeah, hey, Dingo.
Does attacking a Nautilus ship do anything with the amount of them out there? It's like killing an ant to try and stop an anthill, right?
They're talking about.
Oh, I just put it down. It's just
bringing a hive.
That's all right.
No,
that's not your hand. That's Graham's hand. Sorry. Yeah. That's a good point.
He raises a good point. Let's be practical about this, Roland. If this ship doesn't return home, they will send others. And
if this ship returns home, they will also send others.
They might be, but they said they probably won't even return in our lifetime. The blind eternities are a vast. Is it the blind eternities? I think it's called that are a vast place.
Known as the Astral Sea. But
Astral Sea, sorry, blind eternities was Magic the Gathering, yeah.
There is a blind eternities in D&D, but it's known as the Phlogiston. But anyway, that's another story. That's something for this, not for now. So Roland, just quick, your Channel Divinity only lasts a minute, right? Yeah, okay, that's gone. So you're brandishing a spear, then Willow sort of holds your guard a moment and says, like, is this worth it? There's a million mind flayers in the world. This is just stopping one.
Well, there's two.
Is that...
And
sure.
The cauldron.
2 and 3 squidlings. Oh, yeah, and I guess there is a vat of other tadpoles, all with the potential to become more mind flayers, should they ever get their hands on them.
I think speaking as a player, had I realised that half the team were in a laser room, I might not have been so aggressive.
They are in the laser room.
Yeah, so I think I'd be saying to them.
To be fair, they did temporarily lower the security, so they first need their turn to activate it again.
Yeah, but I would rather just have you get out of the laser room first.
This room makes me nervous. Come out, Faith. Come in here. We need to talk to these things.
Does it feel? Does Roland still have like the intention or inkling to attack them?
I'm not sure
because
Willow has made it, I think, a quite persuasive point, so I'm not actually sure what he would do.
Sure, but what you said is what you've said for now, except for like the part where you just pull out a spear and stab them. That you've said what you've said, right?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you to make me a wisdom save, I believe.
Okay.
I think
I mean,
it's
isn't casting a
it is,
spell
yeah.
that's just
Okay.
initiating combat?
It's not a spell. They don't cast magic.
Ah,
Nor do they wave their hands or go, I cast this. It is all psionic. So a 12 is, of course, going to be a fail. So they are reading your thoughts. And when they do, they want to probe deeper as to your intentions. And so, Roland, you can tell they're in your mind. You feel them digging around. They feel your grip on your spear tighten. They feel your intentions to stab this. And it's almost like that image when you say, like, I stabbed them with the spear and cast Divine Smite. It's almost like that is like a vision playing out in your mind that they have brought forward to the forefront. And so you're viewing it like they've pulled it forward and they're like, you're thinking this, aren't you? You're thinking you're stabbing me. So they know there is clear potential hostilities.
Yeah.
Although your partners seem to be talking you down, they are nervous, and I think we should go in initiative order from this point on. But we've also run into time.
Can
for the
we
session,
run
right?
initiative
So-
now and then start combat next time, or is it going to be confusing?
We can, if you would like, just to have a better, clearer idea of who goes up. We can roll initiative, but that's where we will end tonight's session. So let's see who goes up
Oh,
first.
No, not bad.
a lot of us first.
Okay. It would be Tracker first with next session before anything goes down. There is just this instinct, like a sixth sense going off, like your hair's tingling on the back of your head, Tracker, as you sense the small little wands start to slowly retract out. And there's no command word from these illithids. It's almost as if they're just mentally commanding them. The equivalent of one putting their hand on the hilt of their blade or the holster of a gun. It feels like that. And you can sort of sense it all around you. These devices are coming alive. Little pinpricks of light on the end of these wands start to emit. But that is where we'll end tonight's session. We'll figure out if this goes to full-on combat, but it's nice to have initiative just so we know step by step how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna dive into that fucking room to get the helmet. I want the helmet.